Ready.
Bump, bump. Hey, everybody. It's bonus content. I'm Alex, Scott, Tony, and Nobishin are here, and we are joined by our guest, Tyler Treese.
Yeah, I'm a professional PUBG.
I'm hitting ready. It's just
Shout
like
out.
Professional esports announcer.
Professional
Yeah.
esports announcer. So we're doing a little different thing with bonus content. This is Tony's idea. The first-person beta for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has gone live. So Scott and Tony...
Did you get ready, Tony?
I did. It says ready.
I can't hit ready.
Hit ready.
Here,
You have to change it
on
to
ready.
duo first person team.
Yeah,
Scott and
it
Tony
says
are
that.
gonna play this, and we're gonna watch.
I
Tony
have
play it.
to relaunch the game. Hold up.
Everyone's gonna watch with us,
And this is already going well.
and it's already going to shit.
You know, for those that aren't really familiar with the game, so basically it's 100 people on this trapped on an island, but they're all husbands, and they're all racing to
They're
get
all
to,
dads.
to get to their other wives.
They're all dead.
And,
It's like welcome to our Dream Daddy Cross PlayerUnknown's gaming simulator. That
Yeah,
would be
dude.
a good mod. We should make that.
All right, there we go.
We got it.
It's probably not going to look super great, as fair warning, but bear with
Because
us.
this was kind of a last minute thing.
Yeah, we're trying something different. I like the idea, so let's see if we have a good time. I don't know.
Wow, this is already going well.
Oh, Daddy. Yeah. Oh,
no, that's
Jesus.
pretty accurate.
Alex,
This
I don't know
is-
about you, but I'm having a good time like Carly Rae Jepsen in Now City.
Oh, fuck yeah, my girl. Shout out to CRJ. Jesus, yeah, the frame rate on this is gonna be rough.
Is it pretty rough?
Yeah, I mean,
No,
it's
it's
just
super rough.
it's the hangout delay, you know. It got a little bit better. Stop shooting Scott. So do you guys start on a... I've never watched a PlayerUnknown.
Yeah, okay. So we start on like this island, right? And if you look at the map, we're all the way up in the top corner.
Okay.
When this timer counts down from the 10 seconds that it's at right now,
You're gonna
we'll get put on a plane that'll fly a random trajectory across this big continent, and people can jump out at any point once they get over the continent.
Now, Nabishin, you've been on record on Irrational Passions podcast as noting that you are obsessed with watching people play PUBG.
Yes.
How do you feel about watching Tony and Scott play PUBG with a terrible frame rate?
I probably won't be paying attention, honestly. I'm too busy with chat and everything.
Okay. Nabishin's going to just tell everyone, hey, sorry, we know it's terrible. Dream Daddy Battlegrounds is a go. So you can just jump out of the plane anytime you want, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
so since we're above the continent now, we can just press F to jump out whenever.
Okay, I thought you were like walking around in the plane and then you like move off of it to jump out. So now I'm
So
already disappointed.
we're
with this
going for
game.
the crates down there to try
Okay.
and get some good shit.
Is it, in your experience, is it better to jump out early or to jump out late?
The plane goes faster than you can possibly go while skydiving.
Great.
Come on.
So we were
Like
watching.
game?
We were spectating Tony, who is going toward the ground. Are you guys
Okay, we
gonna try
got it.
and,
I might be a little late.
Okay.
All right, it's fine.
Are you guys going to try and like meet up and be near?
Yeah,
each
so
other?
we are on a team against a bunch of other teams of 2.
Yeah.
And we want to kill all the other 49 teams and be the last team standing.
There are still 100 people alive. How many people will just die by hitting the ground?
It's impossible because once you get to a certain point, like I didn't press the button to release my parachute there. It just happens once you get to a certain point.
Boring.
But
Tyler, I don't know your relationship.
Oh,
with
there we
this
go. One
game,
guy's died already.
but,
I haven't played it yet, but thanks to some assholes buying me a PC, I guess I will.
Yeah.
It's pretty
playing
fun.
it soon.
You got a lot of company. I had some issues starting up, so I'm all the way over here.
I know a
Alright,
bunch of
fine.
Australians you'll be able to play this game with, so I think you'll be into it, Tyler.
I
This
do
is
love
dry.
me some accents.
Rates is really bad for this.
Oh, boy.
All right, we're gonna be fine.
Oh boy, this is something to watch. I'm like getting a little queasy, just like
Yeah.
The frame rate's pretty bad.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
like you're
like
playing Max Payne all over again.
yeah, exactly. It's like bullet time, but all the time, and it's like you're just essentially. It's basically a slideshow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really a there's no frames to speak
We
of.
might have to do this like on Twitch sometime when
Yeah, no, I mean for sure.
shit actually works.
We're where these are Tony's vacation photos from when he visited Aruba. For listeners at home, I am drinking original Harris Teeter brand seltzer water.
Okay, so I got a 4X.
Like a classy girl.
You didn't get a LaCroix? I just tried that out this week.
How do you feel about LaCroix, Dobshin?
It's weird because like when I first got it, obviously I knew it was gonna taste like nothing, but it really tastes like fucking nothing. And I was like, I'm not drinking anything. But like eventually I got like a little taste for it afterwards. So, like got the lemon kind. So just I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Like it's definitely something like because like I started getting into doing salads myself this week. So I think I got that and LaCroix at the same time. So I
I'm
was
providing
like,
support that you don't need yet.
So I guess I'm just being healthy for whatever reason. So and like I'm a fan of doing this. I'll probably do it like on a daily if I can.
Yeah, no, I like honestly because I've been trying to veer off soda. Drinking seltzer water has just like gives you that carbonation fix.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, 0 calories and no sugar, just fucking carbonated water. LaCroix is basically that, just with a little bit of natural flavoring. LaCroix is just more expensive. So
Tony, I haven't done yet.
But it's not too much more expensive. I would try it.
Yeah, like I also noticed.
Are we gonna fight these guys or are we gonna dip?
Come on, Scott, kill them.
Fighting.
Are you guys like near them? These are great vacation photos, Tony.
I wish that there was a way for me to improve that.
Apparently, I stole that joke from Kaylee Woomer in the chat, and I guess I'm sorry. I'm just a terrible person. I swear I wasn't looking at chat though. Go ahead, Nobshin.
But like I've noticed that like I've had like I know this for years. Like I have a drinking problem, not necessarily
alcoholic,
with, like,
just pounding them.
not
day.
with, alcohol, but like drinks in general. Like I always like to drink, and I drink constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So like you know, like if there's anything in front of me, I usually just drink it. So like if I'm gonna drink something, let's at least be healthy. So like, or healthier, I should say, because it's probably not the most healthiest thing. Because like I drink water a lot too, but like but you know, I also drink soda. I would pound down sodas like if I can. So like this would be like a good in between.
Oh. Scott's dead.
Yep.
Oh God, Scott, no. Is your character's name Ludus, Scott?
Yep.
Why?
What do you mean? You call yourself Alfighter online. The fuck?
Yeah, but like my name has an AL in it.
It's Alfighter, not Alfighter.
I hate you so much.
No, it is Alfighter.
I'm so confused right now.
I thought you
What
were
are you
just
talking about?
it's Ale Fighter. But yeah, that's a great one to just
I swear you guys
on, guys. Thank you for that. I'll say Ale Fighter.
It's AF lighter.
AF lighter. Well, there's an L between the A and the F.
Scott, where did they kill you from?
Okay. See north?
Oh, I see a guy. Kill him, Tony. Did you get him?
Well,
Battles are
Well,
especially
sometimes
tense.
you run out of ammo. Guys, we did real well.
Great.
That didn't last the hour you were saying it was.
Yeah,
great.
this was supposed to be literally an hour and a half.
Oh, I can report people.
Report for griefing. All right, I think we did it.
We did
This has been Player Unknown Slideshow, Tony's Vacation Edition.
Yeah. I feel bad because it's not showing up right.
No, it's okay. It's something we can try. I've been looking into other methods of streaming, the the podcast live, because I know Scott fucking hates Google Hangouts. And I'm trying here, just like the whole when you guys were like, I hate fucking levelating and re-exporting audio. I found a way around that.
I'm probably the one who doesn't mind that.
Yeah, but Tony hated it.
I actually didn't mind at all.
Well, why did I change anything ever?
I don't know. I was pretty surprised when you did.
No, the audio quality, it would mess up the audio way too much usually when we did Levelator. But that I'm looking to accommodate you guys. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, there's our 30 minutes, I guess. Let's start the real show. No, it's been 9 minutes.
Yep.
And now we get back to your regularly scheduled bonus content. No, Nabashin, you're so right. And like when a few years ago when I cut out soda out of my life because I used to like do 2 a day minimum, like 2 cans of soda a day, which is really bad for you. When I cut out soda way back when I was like 16 for my health, and then I just kind of started drinking it again a few years later. Man, like it is a night and day difference. So if you can really like just cut out all the soda you're drinking and replace it with water, seltzer water, or like juice, even like less on the juice, but anything but soda, you'll physically know it within like a month. It's a big difference.
My reaction to you saying 2 cans a day, I was like, that's not much.
Yeah. Well, Tyler, you're the only person that I podcast with that I look over during the break, and you're just like holding up a 2-liter bottle directly to your mouth, and you're just like going for it. Tyler, how's life, man?
Good. It's been a weird week. I started my new job position. So
yeah, congratulations again.
Thank you. But instead of like getting like down and like doing like my job, I had to fly cross country to California. So I was
you were in San Francisco,
checking
right?
out some games. Redwood City, so right outside San Fran. But basically San Francisco.
Yeah, I have a friend that lives in Redwood City. It's nice.
Yeah, nice part. So I was down there and checked out some games, most of which I can't talk about, but one I can.
Okay.
So
we'll loop back around to that. That's cool.
Yeah, my flights back got delayed, both of them, so that was fun.
Ugh.
I had a punctured tire somehow on the plane.
On the plane?
Yeah.
Someone was just like throwing cow traps down under the plane, being like, "This is gonna be a good bit, guys."
So, like the more frustrating thing, it only took about 20 minutes to like fix the tire, but they had to fill out like paperwork apparently for like an extra 30 minutes, so that just delayed it even more. But yeah, I mean, traveling sucks.
I feel like you travel a lot for like someone who did freelance for so long.
Yeah, I'm gonna be traveling a lot more now.
Yeah, with
the job.
That's
like,
cool.
I'm going to Orlando next Friday.
Are you going to Minecon?
No, I don't like that nerd shit. I'm gonna be at the Call of Duty World Championships, bro.
Oh shit! Are they gonna premiere fucking multiplayer premiere gameplay 420 footage for that new one that they're making?
That'd be cool. I just want to see some sick fucking headshots.
What is there like? Is there a competitive Call of Duty scene?
Yeah, man. MLG, Activision bought MLG and made their own competitive scene around it.
That's right. Fuck.
Because that's what Activision does. If they can't like cultivate it like naturally, they're just like, oh, let's just buy MLG and put our own game at the center of it.
I mean, it worked, I guess. Now you get Overwatch in there too. Get the real gamers going.
Exactly.
Nabashin, how's your week been? Other than drinking less soda.
I've been all right. It's just been work constantly now. I'm working like for a full week straight. It's my manager's on vacation. But like it's been all right. There's nothing really going on as far as movement in my life right now, more or less. Like obviously, like I said, I'm applied to a new job. Hopefully I hear back from that. And there's nothing else really. I guess I could say like I had this like I had this streak of just like I just want to do some nice shit for some whatever fuck reason. So like I bought my best friend Mark Players Unknown Battlegrounds, and like he's literally playing it right now. So I'm guessing he's liking it. I don't know. I have to keep stalking his my Steam's friend list as he's actually playing it, just to make sure he's actually enjoying it. Because Mark could be like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, it's cool, and when he's really obsessed about something.
Sounds like Gregory Blaney. So I feel you.
Yeah, like there's few games in this world where I could say, oh, that's a Mark Kissling game, and like I was like, yeah, that's a fucking Mark Kissling game. So I was like, and he kept saying like, oh, I'm gonna buy it, and fucking get around to it. So I just bought it for him. But yeah, I did that, and like I bought our friends in San Francisco, Alyssa and Bear Courtney. I bought him like a doormat with the Zero Life logo on it. This is like a housewarming gift, like because like I know I never actually like like they never actually housed me, but like they've been good friends, and like I just wanted to do something nice. So like
no, it's a great gift. I know Sean's gonna love it too. So
yeah, and hopefully Andy will get something out of it too. Like,
hopefully Andy will just be there. Be cool.
Stalking Bear from the fucking window, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like the beautiful creep that he is. To be fair, he has like a really bad influence of it at work, so you can't win them all. Yeah, no, that was a really good gift. I'm excited. Do you know when they're gonna get it?
It should be Wednesday. And
Hey,
like,
Scott, could you hit the spacebar more while I'm talking? Like,
Yes.
okay. I didn't. It sounded like you were hitting it literally as much as humanly possible. What? Okay, fair enough. There was more that you could do. It's honestly, it's just the typing while Scott is just doing nothing on the podcast that I'm just concerned. Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, it's just normal typing.
It's just like move the keyboard onto your lap.
Like it doesn't like it's so loud that it doesn't work.
Get like one of those like plastic keyboard covers and lay it over the keys. You know what I'm talking about? Like the new college students get because they're worried about ruining their keyboards. But like it's like, come on guys, get your life together. You're gonna pour beer on it anyway, so. I took a tangent there, and I'm sorry, Novishin.
what were we talking about?
No, it's just saying it's a really good gift that you got for.
Oh yeah, you were asking when we're getting. They're going to get it on Wednesday, I believe. Funny thing too, I didn't even attach anything to it. Like it just says Bear Courtney, and like so I'll just get something that's like, what the fuck is this? And like it has no context of what you got it from. So I guess I'll just wait till he says, who the fuck sent this to me? And like, oh, it's me. So
yeah, luckily, you'll know he'll never listen to this show. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony, how's life, man? Great.
It's great.
Thank you.
I forgot that I had muted my microphone.
Sorry. Were you also slamming on your keyboard?
No, not at all.
If you put 1,000 Scots in one room with a keyboard, they'll eventually write Shakespeare.
I don't think it would take 1,000 Scots if they just told, hey, write Shakespeare. He'd do it.
Sure, one Scot could
No, I
figure it
wouldn't.
out. Thou dost protest too
He'd
much.
eventually get hungry and have to do it.
Yeah. Like, you'll give me how many bananas if I write this? Well, I can only eat 2 in one sitting. So I've been asking a lot of people the banana question recently.
I feel like I could eat a lot of bananas all at once.
You know, that's a funny story because Tony's been asking the Hinata Cascada question way too much recently.
Every time I talk to anyone, I'm like, all right, listen, I need you to go to YouTube and click on the search bar and type in Hinata Cascada, and you won't regret it.
Dude, can we take... I don't know if this is like real show appropriate or bonus content appropriate, but the response of AMVs that we got to this week's most recent podcast has been incredible. So many people coming out of the wet work being like, yo, let's talk about AMVs real quick. Mm-hmm. Danny Wiesner had the really great idea of making a YouTube playlist of all of the community's favorite AMVs from their childhood, which is something that maybe we should do.
Like, shout out to Jake Nicholson. But like, he sent me a message like, oh, I gotta know what it is. Like he wanted to know my dummy AMVs that I made. So like I gave him the link. I think that site's a little bit too convoluted though, so I was thinking about probably just making it just a Dropbox so anyone can just actually look at it and just like
Do you still have like the raw files?
They're all on that site. I'll just have to find my account again and like log in and just like re-download all of them.
Nice.
They'll be all in like Windows Movie Maker.
Cascada Hinata. It's a real thing, dog. It's out there.
It's great too.
It's so great. I think I'm trying to think. Scott, did you do anything this week? Did you get up to any shenanigans?
We were just building my dad a desktop computer.
Oh, cool. Is he like getting way into PUBG, you know?
No.
Do you know how many times?
No. So it's for reference. For reference, he has a 1050. He's getting a 1050.
Okay. Which is below a 1070, 1080. I don't know what a 1050 can do.
Okay, so if the 1080 is the $700 card,
mm-hmm.
the 1050 is the $150 card.
So it could run like Half-Life 2 pretty well.
Maybe.
Okay. As long as he has something in there.
My fondest memory of Scott's house and his dad is like whenever I'd be over there and we'd be doing like whatever, playing some video game, and then his dad come down and be like, "You guys doing your nerd shit?" And we'd be like, "Yeah."
Yeah, thanks, Scott's dad.
Please don't break me in half.
Yeah, dude, he could literally just murder any of us. That was the. He's got those fish lifters. I'll tell you what. That's a deep Mabim Bam reference, and I'm sorry. Yeah, my car broke this week.
Yeah.
I guess technically it broke last week, but it was fixed this week. I got it back. Found out there was just like a minor repair, but then I was like, "Hey, so the air conditioner hasn't worked in like 2.5 years. Could you look at that?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's an $850 repair." I'm like, "Cool, I'll drive with the windows down." And that's what he recommended. He's like, "Yeah, just don't put too much money into this because it's going to be worth the same $300 before as it is after." So, but yeah, I don't know, man, guys. It's been a stressful couple of weeks. I don't have a lot of money. My car broke. I just those two things. I've been sleeping real weird. But it's hopefully it's evening out. I'm doing all right. Shit. Hold on, let me check. I don't know if I took my medicine today. This is a really important thing to discover mid podcast. I did. Okay, good.
Hooray.
I did a good thing. But yeah, that's my week. Not really, I'm not getting up to much. I got my emergency Pringles back.
Okay.
Got about a quarter of a can left, just in case I need to pop one and have a little fun. The party starts.
If you just got them back and you have a quarter of a can left, I feel like they're not really emergency Pringles.
Well, I had 3 Pringle cans, and then I ate the other 2, and then I ate 3/4 of this one.
Yeah. So how was that an emergency?
There were a lot of emergencies this week.
It's like all your stress eating is strictly Pringles.
Yeah, man. Sour cream and onion Pringles. I feel like I had a thing I was going to bring up during bonus content. I think it was just the AMVs. Namshin, you want to talk about what people have been watching?
Yeah. Like the only thing that's worth mentioning, because like I've been watching more Dragon Ball Super. That's not really the thing I wanted to talk about. It was just pretty much that, and I got Logan on PSN for like 99 cents. I still haven't watched it yet. Rewatched it, I should say. So I should probably do that. But like probably the main thing of this week that like I've been like obsessed over a little bit. Not really obsessed, but like it just fucks with me like so much. It's like the whole whole Berenstein thing. Like I got reminded about it when I watched the Easy Allies podcast. And it's just like it's it really fucks with me.
I don't know if I know what this is.
Do you not know what this is? Do you know that children's book?
Berenstein Bears?
Yeah, it's not Berenstein, it's Berenstein.
Oh, okay.
And it's like everyone remembers there's an E in it, but like like it's not an E, it's an A, and it's always been an A apparently. But like everyone remembers it being an E, like literally everyone remembers it being an E. So like there's all this like fucking conspiracy theory, and like people think like people went back in time to like and changed the name of the book or something like that. So it was like
that seems likely.
I mean, it's dumb. Like no one believes it, but like no one really believes it. No one. Yeah, but like
I don't know, do people think the Earth is flat?
Could you repeat that? I got a little disconnected.
Oh, you didn't hear? Everyone remembers Barry. Everyone's. Hold on, give me a second. Because like, do you remember those books at all? Like, do you remember how it was spelled?
I remember those books. I remember. I didn't remember it was like Berenstain. I remember the show. There was like an animated show as well.
Yeah, but like everyone just remembers it has an E in the name of it, but like it's actually an A, and it's like oh, like at first it's like whatever. It's like okay, I guess I was wrong about it, but like you talk to somebody else and it's like oh, you mean Berenstein? And like no, it's Berenstein. Like there's an A in it, not an E. It's like no, there's an E. Like everyone has this mindset, like including me, and it's like it just fucks with me. So like I already talked about this before. I just went down the rabbit hole again. It's like people just discovering that, and it's just like people just like can't believe it. It's a weird thing.
It's like they changed it.
Like if you watch the Easy Allies podcast this week, you can see like Ben just like like freaking out about it too, because like it was literally one of those reactions, and like Jones doesn't believe it either. He said, "Oh, I have an old children's book. I know there's an E in it." It's like and Ian was like, "Take a picture of it and like send it out because I guarantee you it's an A and it's gonna fuck with you." He's like, "Nah, it's not that." So like,
and Jones tweets it out. He's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
But yeah, that's the only thing I've been looking at this week. Conspiracy theories.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a similar one with everybody's favorite comedian Sinbad, where they somehow confused the Shaq movie Kazam with Sinbad being in a movie called Shazam, which never happened.
Mm-hmm.
But,
no, I've heard that as well.
Believe that for some reason, but
yeah,
I think the moral of both of these stories is that people are like really stupid.
Yeah, all of us actually. Yeah. All of the above.
It's actually like a fascinating thing. It's called the I think it's called the Mandela Effect.
Oh yeah, I have heard this before.
Yeah, because it's based on Nelson Mandela. Everyone thinking he was dead in jail when he really wasn't. Mm-hmm. So it's like something that you like remember from the past, and you vividly remember it, but it's like actually just something that is not actually a real thing. So it's a fascinating thing. That's the main thing I was looking at. When I was saying I was researching the embarrassing things, I meant I was looking into the Mandela Effect.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
just researching like, is this really an A on here?
Looking at Wikipedia articles, sweating feverishly,
venturing out into the deep web.
Tyler, outside of the OC, what do you watch? Do you watch a lot of anime?
I've watched some anime in the past.
Okay.
Nothing lately though. I don't really have much time to watch TV, so I don't really watch a ton of like new stuff anymore.
True, you do play 6,000 video games a year.
Yeah, it's rough. Don't be like me. Have varied interests and don't just go all in on video games. It's bad.
Whoops. But
like, I really like the show Free, which was a swimming anime.
Yeah.
With a lot of shirtless dudes.
Yeah.
Very homoerotic. Highly recommended.
Have you watched Yuri on Ice?
No. Alex, please. I have standards. I don't want to. Come on. I like manly entertainment.
Okay.
But
sure. I mean, that's fine.
Ice skating's for lames, you know.
Tony loves Yuri on Ice, but I don't judge. Season 2.
I do. I judge you.
I'm with you, Tony. Okay. I was just curious. I figured you probably didn't have time to watch anything, but just
like I did an anime podcast for a couple weeks back a couple years ago, so that's when I watched like the first season of Free. There's a couple different anime I watched that were cool. No Game No Life, which has a movie coming out soon, which looks really cool. And I don't know, like other than that, I'm always trying to catch up on Case Closed / Detective Conan, which is my favorite anime series. But there's like 9,000 episodes since it's been going on since like 1990.
Dude, like the manga just hit his 1,000th chapter this week.
Yep. Yeah. I used to be caught up with the manga, but now I'm like 100 chapters behind.
I have a story about this. It was about maybe like 5 years ago, and I was like, I want to know everything. So like I found a site.
Remember this, yeah.
And like I dedicated myself to like fucking doing that, and like I got up to date, and like I'm up to date right now. Like it's literally the 1,000th chapter I read of the Detective Conan, and like it's pretty much the reason why I'm like never again. This is why like I'm never going to get into One Piece or anything like that.
Good on you, man.
Because it was like fuck that was such an investment of my life. It literally was an investment, just like to catch up and everything and know everything up to that point.
I love that series so much. The movies are really good too. There's a great Lupin the Third crossover, which is one of my other loves.
Shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, great series.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever do another podcast, which I knows I don't have enough time, but I would like to do like maybe like a rewatch of like Detective Conan or something.
Okay.
All 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, that's a little bit more of an.
But here's the thing: when you
a One Piece rewatch podcast.
Well, that's you need something that if it's popular, you know, you can keep going for a while. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unlike the OC, where we're talking about a show that was canceled 10 years ago, but it's still perfect and beautiful.
Yeah.
If it was perfect and beautiful, it probably wouldn't have canceled it.
I don't think everyone at the time could truly understand the perfections about it.
Yeah, it's better with age. It's like a fine wine, or I'm not gonna say it. I'm on good
I'm
behavior
pretty sure
now.
it's just milk.
It's
OC is excellent.
It's a nuanced. I can't
Stop
finish
those.
this.
You want to talk about these abs we saw on the Garden Boy?
Dog. What was his name again?
I don't know.
Totally
Carlos?
forgot.
Man,
What's it,
some
Carlos?
super fans you are don't even know Garden Boy's name.
To be fair, he's on all of 2 episodes, and he's fucking so hot for that. Both those
CJ?
episodes. DJ.
DJ, there.
It's DJ. We got there. Hey, super fans for life.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Brosi is the #1 OC rewatch podcast, not about the OC. So
Yeah, Alex just talked about like high school bathroom that I don't feel like are my stories to share.
Tony, you probably remember this.
But,
Do you
What?
remember when? And Scott, you remember too. Remember the 2 years in the middle there where like we had to have bathroom monitors checking people in and out of the bathroom.
Yeah,
Do you know why that was?
I don't know.
It's because people were having jerk off contests in the bathroom.
Really?
Yes.
The fuck?
I don't know.
That doesn't make.
And by
That's
people,
the
Alex
dumbest
means
thing I've
himself.
heard in like 3 months.
Like why don't you just at least clean up for yourself and not ruin it for the rest of us?
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm
Because my jerk off contest never got interrupted, so
saying. Exactly. Well, they knew it was.
I thought I was under the radar this whole time.
Tony, you watching anything good?
So I watched the entire first season of Ozark, which is a new show on a Netflix exclusive show.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. It was okay. It's kind of borrowing a lot of themes from Breaking Bad, but it's like, and I was telling Griffin this. It's kind of like if you started watching Breaking Bad from season 3, and that was the beginning of the show. That's what that show's like. So I don't know. I felt like near the beginning of the show, like there wasn't enough context for me to care about what was happening because the very beginning of the first episode of Ozark, like, is when the guy who is working in the drug industry is already in trouble with the Mexican cartel, which that doesn't happen for a long time, really, and like not to that scale in like Breaking Bad. So by that time, you already kind of want Walt to succeed, but you don't really know this guy at that point. So like when he just basically almost dies within the first 20 minutes, you're like, oh, cool. Neat. But anyway, it's an interesting show. I kind of just like finished it out of obligation after starting it, but I would probably check out the second season. It's all right. I don't know. So I watched that. That's pretty much it, I think. Oh, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z from the beginning again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Are you watching Kai or just
What?
the original?
No, the original.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
watching the original English dub episode. I started at episode 1. I'm like halfway through the Saiyan arc right now.
Cool.
Why?
Why not?
Very valid question, Nabashin.
Yeah, good point.
Get fucked, all right?
Dragon Ball Z's lit. I like it.
Have
So I
you,
want it all again.
Nabashin, have you watched Kai at all?
No, like there's no real reason to.
No. I just like when I wanted to go back and watch DBZ because I was getting craving to watch it.
Mhm.
I was like, I'll watch Kai because it's in HD, it's widescreen, and it's like abbreviated or like more to the point. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really great.
Yeah, like I think it's perfect for like someone who like just pretty much wants to get to the meat and potatoes of Dragon Ball Z.
Mhm.
I do prefer like the older kind. Like I got like the Dragon boxes for Dragon Ball Z, which is like pretty much like the best quality you could get for like having the old way without making it like AC or whatever. Or it's like it's like pretty much the original prints of it on DVD form. And like I just like that way. And plus I like the pillars in Dragon Ball Z. It's pretty good and like pretty like it tells good stories in its own different type of way. I like the padding. I like the character development.
Yeah.
It's one of the main problems. One of the main issues with Super. One of the best things and one of the worst things about Super is like it have great character development. Is like everything else is just really really bad. It's literally like an old thing just trying to be like a modern type of thing, and it's kind of not working. But it's still fun for what it is. But anyway, that's
I think like it being that though, it's more true to the original, which is good. But yeah, like I don't know, because we've talked about like the things you really like about Super and like just Dragon Ball Z in general. It's like the kind of weird shit, the meandering, if I may, like the Great Saiyan arc and stuff like that. That's just kind of like silly, but you really do get to know the characters really well. Kai does remove a little bit of that, not all of it, but a little bit of that. But yeah, especially if you've never seen Dragon Ball Z before and you want to kind of understand what it's all about, it's a good way to jump in.
I mean, I think the more important point here is that Dragon Ball is way better than Dragon Ball Z, and everybody should just watch that instead.
Nobshin agrees with you, I believe.
It's one thing I see it as, but I more or less like Dragon Ball more than Z.
Yeah, I do. I definitely see it as one thing. It's like one continuous show instead of two separate ones. Especially because like when I finished Dragon Ball for the first time, and like you see like Goku grown up at the end of it, and
it's like it never left, more or less.
Yeah, exactly. It's like like this really does feel like a continuation.
So is GT no longer canon or whatever?
No,
but
like I don't know. I feel like if you want to view GT as like there's no reason why technically you can't have GT after Dragon Ball Super. But
there is, but
okay.
Don't worry about
Do they throw one in there?
there's a lot of stuff, but like no, GT's fine for what it is.
I
like,
thought GT was fun.
GT's fun. Like it is a little bit of the weirdness of Dragon Ball, with kind of like the flair of Dragon Ball Z.
I haven't seen any of Super yet. I need to get around to that. Like sometime.
Just go into it with the right expectation, because it's not gonna. It literally does nothing to like really enhance the series. Instead of like certain character development, like Vegeta is like personally like probably the best character in Super right now, because of like how much he grew as a character. But like if you're expecting like great battles, it's not really there. If you're expecting great animation, it's not really there. If you're expecting like cool, quirky new characters like other than Beerus, it's not really there. So like and like any like enhancements to the series really that they could provide, they kind of like cock tease it with you, but they don't really do it. Don't go always with it. See, I could talk about this all day. Like with Android 17, June ago, like he was saying like, oh, I have a wife and kids, and it's like, oh, cool. Like, and that was like that really like interests me. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see it. And like there's literally a scene in that show where it's like. Goku's like, oh, can I see your wife and kids? He shows us a picture. He shows a picture that like we can't see, but Goku can see. So I was like, well, fuck you. Like you just like you tease me with that. So yeah, I'll stop talking. Sorry.
No, I'm glad you're passionate about it. You are our Dragon Ball representative of the podcast. I should just change your role on the About Us page to official Dragon Ball expert. A new episode of My Hero Academia came out in English this past week.
Oh, where's that at for you?
For me,
Don't they come out every week?
Well, like they like skipped a couple weeks, I think, because the Japanese one skipped a couple weeks, and like we're like a little bit behind.
Yeah, there was a 1 week break.
So that came out for me last Saturday when we were recording. So I think there will be another one today, but I don't know. It was episode 28 for Tony and Nomishin's reference. I don't know if you're watching it, Scott. That show's real good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm caught up with the manga for My Hero Academia, so
dude,
I actually don't know exactly like what episode 28 means.
It's around the Stain saga.
Okay,
they're fighting Stain right now.
Yeah,
okay.
They were in Gran Torino, and Deku were on a train, and then like the train got attacked. And there's a bunch of fucking monsters running around the city, and it's about to get lit. So I'm pretty excited about just generally everything about that show.
Oh yeah, that show's real good.
100% of the time, and there is a new episode up right now. So I know what I'm doing after this podcast.
You know what you're doing right now.
Watch
See
it.
it. Podcast is over.
Alex, you're one of those Sword Art Online dorks, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite anime. So fucking hit me up. Let's go.
Have you watched any of the Excel World or whatever? Read any? Or...
What?
Excel World?
Saga?
Is it?
Is that a thing?
What is it? Is it Excel? Not Excel
I'm pretty sure you have it right.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've seen that one around.
I've never even heard of it.
It's like the sequel series to it.
No,
like,
I've not heard of it.
In the future. Yeah, there's a PS4 game that just came out where they brought characters from Excel World and Sword Art Online kind of crossover. but
Huh.
that came out on PS4 last month.
I think I've heard
But
of it, but
it's surprisingly good.
okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Most of those SAO games have been garbage, but I actually like that one.
Yeah,
So,
I'm always waiting for like a good Sword Art Online game because even though, you know what, I'd probably even like the bad ones because according to a lot of people, Sword Art Online itself is bad, but I like it anyway. So
yeah, I'd check out Excel World then because it's by the same creator and everything, and basically it's in the same world but like set like 40 years in the future or something like that, and I think it's more using like AR instead of VR or something like that.
okay, that sounds cool. I found out recently that there is like the guy that wrote the original Sword Art Online books is like writing essentially like an unabridged version of it where it's like all of the time, it doesn't have the time skips in it. That's going on of their time when they were in Aincrad.
Have you ever taken a look at like the actual light novels for Sword Art Online?
Are we going to talk about the sex scene?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I've
That was a
seen.
big jump.
It's just like Tony was the one that brought that up to me first, or Danny was.
Because
Was it like it? Did all the Sword Art Online kids have like an orgy to like become closer together?
Like so. There's like an implied sex scene in the anime, but there's a graphic sex scene in the book. But
the book is the light novel's weird. It jumps around a lot and starts in a really odd place.
Mhm.
So there's not a lot of context.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. The book is very different than the show.
Yeah, I really want to read the book because I hear it's like a little bit more technical as far as like the mechanics of the actual game itself. But I've like this other book series is essentially like floor by floor instead of like jumping like the original series did. So I'm kind of curious because I feel like you get more character development that way, and it's still going on.
And more sex.
Yeah, I actually saw it for the first time when I was in San Francisco. Like I saw it on a shelf in a Japantown and thought about getting it.
Oh, when we went there?
Yep, that's one of the things I was looking at because I didn't know about it until then. Scott, do you watch anything good this week?
Nope.
Cool. Let's get cracking. Shout out to Joey Noel coming out for her boy Tyler Treese.
Oh shit!
I think she left, so she doesn't care about this show.
She since when he said the OC and then she left.
Yeah, it's like she could hear us talking about the OC and came and then left. I need to go get a drink of water, and I will be right back.
Also caught up on Adventure Time too.
Yay. It's only about 5 episodes, but still.
Yeah.
Is it time to adventure?
No, it's time to stop.
Oh,
Time to kill off characters, apparently.
Kind of. You can tell that they're wrapping it up.
Oh yeah.
oh, good. Fuck that show. Just kidding. Love you guys.
Which is honestly a very nice change. In terms of it, at least for cartoons.
I got really into Adventure Time, and then he lost his arm, and then I stopped watching. It wasn't because of that. I just kind of fell out exactly at that point.
That's your like eternal trigger. Like someone's missing their arm. Fuck this whole thing.
It was like replaced with a leaf or some shit, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Yep, that's the whole thing.
How is a leaf a suitable replacement for an arm?
It's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, they tackle that.
They tackle it? Go long.
Yeah, see. We were talking about Adventure Time when you left?
Yeah.
Tyler here left when Finn lost his arm. And it got replaced by a leaf.
Okay.
Classic.
See?
Mix-up.
Actually, more grass. A blade of grass.
Okay. I mean, a blade of grass is in its own way a leaf. Spiritual.
I don't think it is.
It's a leaf that sticks straight out of a larger thing. And that is the earth.
Alex, you smoke way too much weed.
Yeah, let me light up real quick. I think John Anderson is the one that I know that can do like a really good impression of smoking.
He's not even doing an impression.
A ball. Yeah, it's true. He's just lighting up. It's free, or it's not free. It's legal. Free weed in Seattle.
Oh my god, that'd be something.
Are we all good? Cool. I'm gonna count down from 5 to 1, and on 1, we will start recording. Scott, Tony, you guys good?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay. I assume you're good too as well, Tyler.
Yep.
Cool. My friends, so like, one of my friends that I don't get to see that often. I saw him twice this past week. My friend Josh.
Actually, hold on. I forgot to do one little thing.
Yeah. Is that a sound
And I
test?
repositioned my mic to
Okay.
podcast mode.
Okay.
And
Not keyboard mode?
this is now 3 times the keyboard.
Oh, okay, good. You know my favorite.
Yeah.
It's got 3
So generally, I try to keep my hands off the keyboard, but then I forget. Then I remember again. Yeah, it's a cycle. But yeah, this is the face into the mic position.
Yeah. Face me. My friend Josh is having like a going away party tonight, and I still didn't know it. Somehow I didn't know about it until yesterday.
Huh.
I saw him twice last week. I just like, I'm so out of the loop, guys.
He really didn't want you going.
Yeah, clearly. No. He sent a Facebook invite, and like people just rely on that information too much.
Yeah, like who looks at Facebook invites?
Like why does John mostly plan the OC, the Bro C through Facebook Messenger, which I despise with every fiber of my
Oh,
being?
dude, I thought you liked it, so
Fucking
we should
dude.
probably tell him to stop using that. But everyone else dislikes
Like
it.
that's why I respond to the Twitter DMs like the most. Like it's just like, God, I don't want to open up Messenger. I have notifications turned off because I don't want it fucking notifying me of anything.
So countdown when?
On 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We did it.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Lily Seymour.
Seymour. I should tweet. Where? Cool.
Hmm.
No, we got a couple of good IPQs. One Tyler centric. Pretty
Uh-oh.
pretty excited about that. All right. Let's get going. Oh, wait. Gotta get my pre-show puff on. You know how this boy do. I did this for the
Yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna vape.
Yeah, dude. It's a sick
rip
vape
some
rig.
fat cotton real quick. I did this for the 4 Yanks 1 Aussie boys last night, and they were way into it. All right. Give us another one. Let's go. It is Saturday, August 5th, 2017, and you are listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am Alex O'Neill, your host for this video game-based journey that we are about to embark on. And joining me this week is Scott Guthier,
Hello.
Tony Horvath,
Sup?
Brian Nobishin Jackson.
The walls in the mall are totally tall.
And joining us this week, special guest, my friend, your friend, my co-host, your co-host, Tyler Treese.
Yeah, you might know me from the Bro C, which I get to do with the lovely Alex O'Neill, and
Yeah.
I guess John Anderson as well.
I guess.
It's fun getting to bash him now. So
Yeah, exactly.
usually we're bashing you behind your back, but now we get to talk trash on John. So
Yeah.
it's even more fun.
I mean, usually you guys are bashing me like to my face.
Yeah,
on
to
the
be
show.
fair, I don't really talk. I just talk behind people's backs. Gotta just straight up with it. But no, I'm very excited about being on this episode. I've been bugging you about this for like 2 years now.
That's fine.
So it's exciting to finally be on.
It only took literally 1 full year of doing the Bro C for me to break down and have you on. No, I'm excited. For folks who don't know, I do an OC rewatch podcast with Tyler Treese here and a friend of the show, John Anderson, who was on a few weeks ago. And today,
Yeah, if you forget him, he's the guy who skin raped that army vet.
I wouldn't use those words. Probably
That's the words of the army vet's girlfriend. So I'm just quoting.
Yeah, I mean, John says some things sometimes. And he works for a big company, and we don't talk about it. But it's been 1 year to the day. The first episode of the Bro C came out.
Yeah, what a coincidence. Was it a coincidence or did you?
It was a total coincidence.
Okay.
It worked out great though.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wow, I didn't know Alex had this all planned out. What a kind soft boy. But
that's kind soft boy is what's in my Twitter bio. So, August 5th was the day. August 5th, 2003 was the day that the OC premiered, changed the world, the voice of a generation.
Very true.
But Tyler, you're not just the co-host of the Bro C, even though obviously it's a prestigious podcast.
Yeah, it's my one true passion in life. Everything else I do feels like a total chore.
Yeah, it's basically ancillary. What else do you do on the internet?
Well, I am now the senior editor at PlayStation Lifestyle.
Yeah, congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you very much. So that's my full-time job now. So I get to write about video games, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and travel to San Francisco and play video games before they come out and be all cool and stuff.
Yeah, and I get to go to a Call of Duty event next week, which I'm really thrilled about. I love watching them boys get headshots.
Good.
Dem boys.
Dem COD boys. You also have like another podcast, right?
Oh yeah, I do. See, you're helping me out. I always forget my plugs. So I also do a video game podcast, which is all the rage, obviously. But this one's all about everybody's favorite part of websites, which is the comment section. So it's the podcast is called Gaming the Comments, and it's me and a British man named Ken Barnes as we read all the great comments we find online and dissect them, and then he kind of teaches me about Britain and Nando's every other episode. So
how cheeky are the Nando's?
Oh my god, they're so cheeky. But yeah, basically you come for the comments and then you just stay to learn like all the weird shit about Britain.
Okay.
Which is just the weirdest.
You, to be fair, and like you write for a much more popular site than IrrationalPod.com, which I would generously refer to as niche. But you get like some of the fucking weirdest comments on the things that you write.
Now it makes my job really easy for finding good comments to either mock or compliment for the podcast, because I can just go from my one job to my podcast. Yeah, I get some fancy comments.
Yeah,
somebody
you have
actually,
like people that specifically just like think that you are just some corrupt video games person.
Hell yeah, I hate stuff. I was accused of like making up an interview from thin air. Like I had an E3 interview go up, and they thought I just made all the answers up. It was the weirdest thing. Like I don't care that much about Senran Kagura to make up a bunch of like fake quotes. Like trust me.
That's fantastic. I love more that you interviewed somebody about Senran Kagura.
Oh, dude. So I can't really talk about it right now, but do you remember the Hoop God?
Yeah.
From EA?
Who doesn't remember the Hoop God?
So he's been like off the record for like he hasn't tweeted in like over a year. But I had an interview with the NBA Live guys, and I brought up the Hoop God. So I have the exclusive scoop on what he's doing right now. So
the Hoop God moved on. He passed on to the next life.
He's actually still alive,
okay.
So I can confirm that here. I don't want to break embargo, but I can say that he's still alive.
Good.
Do you think he's still shooting mad hoops up there in heaven?
Not so.
Hoop God, I feel like, is just like overseeing the hoops that are being shot. Well, thank you for coming on, Tyler. I'm excited. It's been long overdue. I've just been a bad friend and haven't gotten you on yet. But you're here. You're beautiful. And we have video games to talk about. But first, let's do some housekeeping a lot of stuff happened this last week. Last week, I alluded to a new thing coming up on IrrationalPassions.com. It is now out. It is in the open. I'm super, super excited to announce Input, video games news show from Jarrett Green, Logan Wilkinson, and George Cruz, which is a new show on IrrationalPassions.com, based mostly about news, but kind of like discussions about the news, about the people making news, and about the people making games, and the stories therein. So I've been really excited about this project for a few weeks now, and there are 2 episodes up already. I believe it is aimed to go up toward the end of the week, so that IP would go out toward the beginning of the week, which has been kind of our schedule since launch. If you could do me a favor, a huge favor, and go and find Input. It is now on iTunes and Google Play, and rate and review it. That would help us out a lot because it is a brand new show. I'm really trying to get us in the new and noteworthy section of iTunes. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm trying to get those numbers up. But I'm super proud of those boys for putting this show together. It is totally their project and their thing. But they have a really interesting format to it. They've got some good music to it. And I'm just really excited to watch that show grow and be very, very cool going forward. Their first episode, which talks a lot about Mike Divers being laid off from Vice. And then their second episode, which talks about Tacoma, the new TDS, is out now as well. You can find both of those on IrrationalPassions.com as Input, a video games news show on iTunes and Google Play as well. But yeah, congratulations to them for launching that project. Please go check it out if you haven't already. Very, very proud of them. I don't know, have any of you guys listened to it? I know Tony and Scott aren't huge on two podcasts, but I don't know if you've listened to it, Nabashin.
No, I haven't gotten around to it.
It's very good. I've listened to the first half of the first episode, but I had listened to kind of like their pilot that they did for me a little bit ago. On top of that, Jarrett Green is out there putting out podcasts too. The Monthly Passions podcast, Half Year Game of the Year Extravaganza, is up now. He has George Cruz, Will Harrison, and Ian Preschel on it to talk about just basically the best games of the year so far.
That I have listened to.
And I believe they talk a lot about Nier.
George does.
Yeah. What are do you know the other games?
No, I just got through George's part. I didn't get to Ian's.
And I know Jarrett is actually recording something tonight as well, but I think that might be for another project. But yeah, those boys are getting busy. It's a Tacoma review sitting in my inbox waiting to be edited. So hopefully that'll be up by the beginning of next week as well. So I've not.
What are you going to do as far as that?
I fucking wish I had money to buy Tacoma. That's where I'm at.
I know what I'm saying, but like as far as like editing it, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I'm thinking about because I want to do the full Gone Home treatment because I still don't know really anything about the game. I might have Jarrett see if he can edit it because I know he's maybe not as invested as I am. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's those are the stuff. A lot of podcasts to listen to if you were into the podcast thing. I was on an episode of 4 Yanks, 1 Aussie. I recorded that last night. I don't know when that'll go up. It was episode 48 of their podcast. And I had a lot of fun with that. And I was on Breaking Reality episode 56, Quentin Hoffman's podcast, which went up yesterday, Friday, the time we're recording this, with Andrew Taylor from Fit the Gamer. That was a lot of fun. We talked about it was Game of the Year watch for that show. And we had a good amount of fun with that. So, but that's really it. Let's get right into the show with the thing we always start with, which is the video games that we've been playing and the things we have to say about them. I will kick us off just because I didn't play much this week. Well, I did play a lot this week, but it was a lot of one thing, and that was Overwatch, which I can't stop playing, you guys.
Are you the Doomfist?
I've played a great deal of Doomfist.
How is it?
Not a great deal. I think like 2 hours is my Doomfist total time. It's really great. Doomfist I would put in the same category as like a Genji. in that he's very technical to play because he has a lot of things that he can do, and he has a lot of different ways he can do those things. But he's also difficult to play. He requires a lot of dexterity. I assume you haven't picked up Overwatch again recently, Tony.
I have.
But he's a lot of fun. He's very rewarding to play when you are on a roll with him. Like Griffin and I kind of talked about last week, Doomfist he gets shields for hitting enemies with his abilities. So he is essentially rewarded for playing more aggressively and kind of being more merciless. So being able to get in and then get out of fights and basically continuously do that as all of your cooldowns are going is very, very fun. But obviously there are a lot of tricks to essentially put Doomfist in a really bad position. Like, for example, if he gets stunned by McCree, if he goes after Zarya or an Orisa that throw up their armor or shield right when he attacks them, and then he's basically stuck right in the wrong side of where he should be. So there are definitely counters built in for him in the game already, where it was kind of not as obvious right when he launched because he was so new and kind of throwing everything off. But yeah, he is just wonderfully aggressive. Like, he just destroys anything in his path if you let him. And
is he still kind of like a both teams have one in every game kind of thing?
No, which I was surprised by. I feel like people adjusted to it. You definitely, I think you see him more often than not, but that is also because he's just a really good damage dealer.
Right.
The thing I'm surprised of, like, as he's now available in competitive, that kind of 1 week probation for him is up. He's very good at as a defensive offenser, because like typically the enemy team, the attacking team will have 2 tanks, and he can just tear through those tanks like very, very quickly. So he's good to have around, and if you have a kind of front line to fall back behind, that'll give him time to heal and do his cooldowns to kind of get back out there and fuck stuff up. So he's a really interesting character. I'm really excited to play more of him. The Summer Games Overwatch event is starting in 3 days, though. So that is going on from the 8th to the 29th. And I've never actually played Overwatch during an Overwatch event. So...
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I usually will pick it up either right after or right before. So hopefully I don't burn out on it.
It was like the winter one where I actually got into Overwatch.
Okay.
And I really like they had a mode where everybody played as Mei and
throw snowballs.
just had it was just
Yeah, I
one
believe
shot.
that's around when I quit the game forever.
Scott was done with May before, and he was done with May after. Yeah, no, I played a little bit during that. Like, I played that to see what it was. I played the Halloween thing just to see what it was. And I played Lucio Ball last year just to see what it was.
That shit's great.
So they're bringing Lucio Ball back, and they're doing like a competitive Lucio Ball as well, which is pretty fun. But there's I never really stuck around during the events, so I'm excited to kind of really play through the Summer Games event. The one I played the most before was Summer Games. So,
Are you a big costume guy, Alex?
I like the skins, but I'm not like a big costume guy. I just know that they're...
So you're not going to be spending like $60 you don't have on loot boxes.
Well, here's the deal. I know there's a new Mercy Legendary skin for this Summer Games, and if I don't get it, I might spend money to get it. So...
Who's the whale now, huh?
I'm gonna throw it out there that I might just be poor forever.
Alex O'Neill, certified whale.
I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a whale.
But you could say that after you spend the money to get it.
But I might spend $5 is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna spend $5,000.
But what happens when you don't get Mercy out of those 3 boxes?
I'll probably just break my disc in half and go live in the hills. So,
how does that end with you having a Mercy?
Have mercy, Tony. I'm sorry. Another thing, I convinced a friend of the show, Kaylee Woomer, I convinced her to buy Overwatch. And so, as she has begun her journey into the Overwatch, I've been playing with her. And she's actually, as someone who has never played a multiplayer game with another human before, which is surprising. But as someone who doesn't play a lot of shooters, she's doing really well. So that's been fun. Like it's fun to kind of like re-ground yourself in like essentially like the interactions between the characters, and like how you know, this isn't necessarily obvious up front, but once you kind of peel back that layer and see like, oh, these kinds of characters are better for flanking, or these kinds of characters are better as secondary tanks, or these kinds of characters are better as aggressive healers, or things like that. And you see like kind of the sub roles that are built into Overwatch on top of the 4 main roles. You gain a better appreciation for the game as a whole, and that kind of teaching that has inspired me to write a few things about Overwatch this past week that I'm pretty excited about. As well. I would never call myself a professional on the meta of Overwatch, but
You should become an Overwatch coach, Alex.
yeah, exactly. I'm Overwatch coaching one person, and they're probably going to be terrible because of me, and then they'll go off and find someone better than me and forget all the terrible.
Wait, are you describing like your relationships, or is this just Overwatch?
I think it's both. But yeah, it's fun. Kaylee and I recently essentially rekindled a friendship, and it's been fun to have Overwatch as the core of that. So because Overwatch is honestly what brings us all together. If we look back, it's the healer in all of us that has brought us together. And that's got me playing with people as well. I'm playing with Zyger. I played with Sean Pitts and Danny Juarez this week as well. It's a lot of fun. Having a good time. Overwatch, all I played, all I need. Fuck all of you. Game of the Year 2016. What all right, I'm done. That's it. Tyler, what you been playing?
Well, I mean, I'm glad you give that your game of the year instead of like a fuckboy game. So
heaven forbid, it's like it's a strong like number 2 or 3. I don't remember. But,
I'll love the Overwatch. Great game.
Real quick, Alex.
Yeah.
Cameron wanted to know if you played with him.
I didn't play with Cameron, and I told him I never would. So he does.
He knows.
I'm just kidding. I did not get the chance to play with Cameron. But I love him very much.
You know, I'm going to hear about this all about on Friday, right?
Why?
I'm going to be on the 90 Gamers. Podcast
okay.
on Friday, so this is all I'm going to hear is like him just like sending like messages to me to say to you.
He has my phone number. He can bring this up with me directly. I won't respond, but you know.
I think that's the reason why.
I love you, Cameron. Somewhere out there, I do love you. He's watching right now. He's a good boy. I'll play Overwatch with him. I might play some with him after this podcast, so we'll see. What you been playing, Tyler?
All right, so I guess I'll talk about what I played this week that I can talk about. So the NHL 18 beta is now live, and you can play some of what I played at the EA. So one of the cool new additions to are any of you guys hockey fans?
Unfortunately, no.
Awesome.
No.
This is obviously the crowd for this conversation.
Absolutely, sports ball. Tell me about the puck.
But they changed their overtime rules, so now it's like
Hockey
3
is
on
not
3.
sports ball.
You're right.
Yeah, they changed it. It's sports puck, please.
Yeah.
But now instead of like being 5-on-5 competition, it's 3-on-3 for overtime, which is something to speed up the game, make it more exciting. And they've added a whole new mode called Threes, which is more of an arcadey experience, where you can actually play as the mascots, which I absolutely love. So I was playing a team full of mascots, and they all do a little dance as they get introduced before the game. But basically, it's more they like basically use their own sliders to make the action go faster. They're skating around faster. The puck's bouncing a little more. It makes for a much more arcadey, fun game that's easier to pick up and play. And the rest of the game's kind of the same type of simulation that you would expect. It's really solid with the new threes mode. Definitely worth checking out for any more casual players and stuff.
That sounds really fun. It's like Mario 3-on-3 Hoops, the
Yes,
greatest
exactly.
Mario Final Fantasy crossover game ever made.
That is true. I also played Leaving Lindau, which is a game from a former Sucker Punch developer who went off on his own, did a little indie game. And it's about like 50 minutes long, so it's a very short game. But it's all about you play as this young scientist who's about to leave off on this expedition and leave her hometown for like several years. And so you're kind of just going around this town saying your goodbyes, and you're moving on to that next step in your life. And maybe it's because I was starting a new job, but like, you know, it was kind of nice. I don't know. I could kind of relate to like, you know, like saying your goodbyes and stuff. And I thought it was kind of poetic in the sense of
Tyler, wait,
the developer.
Are we about to pull some heartstrings right now?
No, because
are we about to
basically
get
nothing happens. You don't see like
the internal Tyler Treese saying goodbye story that we've all been waiting for. Is this like the next notch up on our social link right now?
hell no. But I did think it was like kind of poetic in a sense, since he, you know, I could kind of see him in this game, since it was made by just one person, you know, because he had left his job at Sucker Punch, you know, which was, you know, very stable income, you know, doing modeling work, and then he kind of went off to a, you know, a new adventure, if you will, setting C. But like, it's so uncertain as an indie developer. Will the game crash? Will it burn? You know, am I doing all this work for nothing? And I don't really think the game's anything special or anything.
Sick burn. Hashtag savage.
No. But like, I liked it in that it showed that short stories can work as a video game. Like these smaller things, because generally you expect a game to have some action to it. And even if not action, like you expect a meatier story to be told. Like in Gone Home, for example, you know, you have a full character arc.
Yeah.
But
True.
on here, you basically have like the first chapter of something, and you set sail, and then you don't even get to see them set sail, actually. But it's like, you know, you just see this small picture of this person's life, and you get a glimpse into that world. And that it's interesting. I can't say it left me like very impressed by it, but it did show me like that, like if you come in, like games can be more, and I feel like it can be used really powerful as like short story telling in the future.
In a way,
cool.
it could be, you could say that games could be less and they can still be impactful because of that.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
but they don't have to fit into like the regular confines that we so often, you know, expect from a game.
Yeah, and also like, if I remember correctly, something about it. It's worth noting this is Tyler Treese's second appearance on Irrational Passions podcast. He was on the official Brosees top 10 games of the year list, top 10 game of the year list. I was thinking about that, just because I was thinking about John Anderson yelling really explicit things, which I'm always thinking about, to be fair.
Yeah, you know, you should think about, you know, you were part of that too, because it was the Brosees official list of the top 10 games.
Yeah. And the OCs, we could just say both.
Yeah, okay.
But if I remember correctly, like Inside was your game of the year, right? So
yes,
like that kind of more simplified storytelling, I think, is your steez, if I may.
Yeah, I like it's cool. Like leaving Lindau raises a lot more questions than it answers about his world. I can never really figure out if these were humans I was looking at, because they have really creepy eyes. I couldn't tell if they were intentionally creepy looking or if it was just bad like indie game-ness to where their eyes looked creepy. But like, I don't know, I guess that's some of the magic of video games and work. But you know, it's a cool little glimpse into a different world. And then got to whip on my PlayStation VR headset for Tiny Tracks, which is a new game from Future Lab, who did Velocity 2X and a bunch of other like smaller action games, and this is their first 3D title. And basically it's slot car racing, and it's pretty cool because you get to see this whole like crazy like Hot Wheels toy set, like, and you're just looking around the room and stuff, and you kind of see it going. It's a very simple racing game. You kind of just determine how the car turns, but it's very difficult to make up for its simplicity. So there's like a real learning curve as you master the few mechanics that you're doing with. I'd suggest, like, if you already paid the $400 for a PlayStation VR headset, like, pick it up. It's a pretty cool game. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's still cool.
How does VR play into it? Are you just, like, there watching it?
You're just there, yeah. And it's really cool just because, like, the cars, like, the tracks will kind of go around your body a bit, so you have to turn while you're playing to better see where your car is so you can make the turns. Also, there's a great trophy for, like, one of the Worlds has like an underwater part, and if you stick your head down and go underwater, like it changes the visuals and the audio is like you're underwater, and then you get a trophy for it. So I thought that was a really nice touch. But the main game I played last week was Sundered.
Yeah.
Which is a new 2D Metroidvania game from Thunder Lotus Games, who did Jotun.
Mm-hmm. Have you played Jotun?
I haven't. Have you guys?
I haven't. I've played a little bit of Sundered. I didn't play any this week, but I have played a little bit of Sundered. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, so like Jotun, like the one thing I do know just from like screenshots and stuff, had a gorgeous art style, all hand drawn, and Sundered definitely has more of that. So you're getting that gorgeous thing, and then it's also interesting because it is a Metroidvania, but it has some procedurally generated parts to it.
Yeah.
It's to where the map layout always stays the same, but some of the like actual like stuff that you're traversing, the level layouts will change slightly. So while the rooms are in the same places, some of them will change from playthrough to playthrough, and it has a really satisfying grind to it where you're constantly leveling up your character when you die, and death is kind of put into a story and gameplay mechanic to where you're expected to die. It's not like, oh, you suck, but like that's how you improve at the game is through dying.
Yeah.
A really, really solid game.
Have you
had a bunch of technical issues on PS4 when I played? It's been patched about 5 times since I reviewed it.
Okay.
So I assume some of that is better now. But I haven't been able to check it out for myself. But I really enjoyed Sundered. Really solid game.
I'm playing it on PC, so I guess I'm probably not running into any of those. Have you? So you finished it, I assume?
Yeah.
How long would you say it is, just for my curiosity?
Probably took me about like 13 hours.
Okay. That's good.
It definitely depends on how
thorough you are.
Yeah, and just how good, like, because it puts you in a bunch of tough situations. And I also had like a little helpful guide from the developer.
Okay.
As you get sometimes when you review stuff. But
I wish I had that for Axiom Verge.
Jeez. Yeah. But yeah, really cool game. I really enjoyed it, so definitely recommend that.
Yeah, I'm still in like the first area. So I think I only maybe like an hour and a half tops. But like, yeah, it's fun to play. It's satisfying to play. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun. It's gorgeous. I like kind of where they're going with the narrative stuff. I talked a little bit about it with Quentin Hoffman on Breaking Reality this past week as well. As far as like setting up the antagonist of the game is something that you're kind of working alongside. It's interesting. I don't really know a lot of what's going on, but I'm excited to learn more. But I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, really cool.
Is this review available for read on?
Yeah, check out PlayStation Lifestyle. You can check it out. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10, something like that. So
Rad.
positive stuff.
Cool. Is that all you've been playing?
Yeah, that's about it. I mostly played sitting in airports bored this past week. So yeah.
Yo, what kind of game is that?
Well, it's actually for the 3DS.
Oh, okay.
It's dead to me.
There was like an airport like baggage sorting game for the 3DS. Do any of you guys know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like surprisingly cool. It's part of, I forget the mini game collection's name, but it was a real weird Japanese project, but it's really cool.
Yeah. Tony?
Yeah.
Video games.
Black Desert Online.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
I don't know.
like is like I know you're like, oh, it's like Mabby Nogi. You remember I used to play? Yeah, it was terrible then too. And you like when you were done with Mabby Nogi, you were like, yeah, that's a bad game. I played a lot of it.
Yeah.
So like, are you there yet? Are you just biding time until Destiny 2 comes out? Is that
Black
like
Desert's so good?
When Destiny 2 comes out, are you gonna fucking abandon me and play Black Desert Online instead?
No, he'll just abandon you on PC.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm upset. I got a lot of games I got to play this month, man. I'm looking at my budget. I'm doing monthly budget meetings, and it's getting real tight.
Is that Rabbids game going to make it on there?
I don't know anymore. I think it will. I might.
What's going to take priority over it? That's why I'm curious.
I'm trying to think.
You got that charted.
Oh yeah, if anything, it would be Uncharted or
But Uncharted what?
Hellblade. I guess like Rabbids is the only full price game on that list, so we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm excited. There's a lot. There's a lot to play. There's a lot going on. August became very busy now, Bishan. I don't know how it is for you.
Oh, I've noticed it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like
God. It's like what next? This Tuesday is Hellblade.
Hellblade, yeah.
That. And then like there's an Uncharted, and then there's Sonic.
And Uncharted
Mania.
what? You're not telling me what?
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, and then
garbage.
Oh yeah, thank you, Scott.
No, you see, Uncharted 4, I just don't like the idea of playing another one of those games, so I'm not going to play it. But, no, I think
what else do you think we meant when we said Uncharted?
No.
Uncharted Territory, the Scott Guthier story. See, Tyler, you're not the only person here that hates Uncharted.
I don't hate Uncharted. I just thought it was boring.
Okay. You to be fair,
you see,
my
boring's not the word that I would use either, because I wouldn't.
Here we go.
Things that you don't like aren't necessarily immediately boring.
Okay, that's fair.
Bad way to describe things. So is just calling it bad, but that's what I'm going to do for Uncharted.
Undertale is coming out on PS4 and Vita this month.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you going to fuck you?
And the 2017 Game of the Year, most likely Yakuza Kiwami.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
How about you?
Now, there was one you forgot too.
I forgot about that. I knew there was a reason August was busy.
Yeah, shit, man. At least that's $30 as well. It's like there are a lot of good $30 games. Like
Lawbreakers is that price too.
Oh shit, it is. Yeah, and I've been hearing really good things about Lawbreakers too. Although I don't think I have any room in my heart for anything outside of Overwatch. So what I'm saying, Tony, is you better fucking play Destiny 2 with me.
Dude, I'm gonna.
No, you're going to play with fucking Griffin on PC, and you guys are going to act all elitist, and then you're going to fucking FaceTime call me at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, like, hey, why aren't you fucking playing Destiny 2 on PC, bitch? And I'm going to start crying.
That's not how that works.
Does this scenario end up with you having Destiny 2 on PC?
This literally happened before with the beta. Like, it's already happened.
Yes, but did it end up with you getting the beta on PC?
No, because one, the PC beta doesn't start till this month, and two,
Are you going to get the PC beta for this month?
Probably not, no.
If you were able to, would you?
I would give it a try, yeah. I'll try it. I would try anything for you, Scott.
It wouldn't be for me.
Okay. Then
I'm just going to play Black Desert instead.
Okay, that sounds good. Whatever makes you happy, Scott. Tony has Black Desert Online.
Great.
Have you been playing anything else?
Can we talk about Black Desert Online?
I feel like we've talked enough about Black Desert Online. Like,
yeah, but something monumental just happened.
Oh my god! All right, fine, please, but just don't take 40 minutes talking about it. I just can't today.
Okay, so to give you context. A lot of money in this game is essentially equivalent to, like, if you have 100 million silver, that's a solid chunk of change. You can buy some stuff with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you kind of know the value of silver. Now, the way that you get stronger in the game, once you've gotten gear, you have to enhance it. So it stays the same gear, but its stats increase. And it's a random chance to get the enhance when you do it. If you fail, the maximum durability of your item goes down, which is really expensive to repair depending on the item. And if you succeed, then you get to the next level, right? That's the way. And if every time you fail, there's no downside. That's all the way through the first 16 levels or 17 levels of enhancement. There are 20 total. So I've been trying to go from the 17th level of enhancement called Duo to the 18th level of enhancement called Try for like the past 3 weeks on some items. So I was trying to, first of all, when I was playing Sorceress, I was trying to get my Scythe, which is like the main weapon that you use once you hit level 56, from Duo to Try. This enhancement is annoying because if you fail duo to try, your item goes back down from the 17th level of enhancement down to the 16th level. So you have to do that 16 to 17 again, which is really expensive, and you lose the same durability. So long story short, I spent almost 1 billion silver trying to get my scythe from duo to try and failing 19 times. But while you were talking about Mabinogi,
Yes.
I clicked the enhancement button on a piece of armor that I also have at the 17th level of enhancement to try and get it to the 18th level of enhancement.
So what
And
you're
it
telling
went-
me is you're playing video games during the podcast.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And it went through. So I didn't lose anything, and it's very important to get this piece up, so I'm super excited about it. Basically, finally something actually worked after a month of just throwing money in the garbage.
You ready for another month of just throwing money in the garbage?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That's Black Desert Online. I don't know.
God damn it. You know what, Tony? Like I told Scott, whatever makes you happy, that's what I care about.
Yeah, for sure.
What else you been playing?
PUBG.
PUBG.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Played some of that.
For folks who are not watching live, we did some PUBG specific bonus content where Tony and Scott played and we watched along, and it probably didn't look very good, but it was a lot of fun for us. So just go check it out. YouTube.com/IrrationalPassions. You can watch the bonus content for every episode of the podcast for the last 150 episodes or so. So we've been doing bonus content a long time, guys. Cool. Let's just let that fucking hang. It's
Just gonna hang.
I'm gonna throw something out there for you boys to pick up, and y'all just gonna let me try.
No.
Hey,
it's
so
gotta-
you want to hear
it's
about some
gotta-
other
gotta
stuff?
hang.
Because I got more shit to talk about.
Okay. What
You want to hear
got?
about Stellaris?
Sure.
In a second. I will say on the note of PUBG, because me and Tony just played the same games this week, so we'll just go at the same time.
Mhm.
I got Greg his first win.
Oh,
week.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Were you guys playing duos or is
Yeah,
it?
we were playing duos, and he finally killed some people, so we won.
That's awesome. Congrats to you guys. Congrats to Greg for getting his chicken dinner.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
very
normally
excited.
how our matches go is they shoot Greg first because he's excited to play and he's not listening to me on how to not get caught, or at least at the very least not to be the first one to get caught. So he gets shot first. Then he downs, and the rest of the game is us trying to figure out.
Hey, real quick, Alex, please don't.
I was trying to figure out how to deal with
friends.
Oh no, I'm gonna ban all your internet friends in our live chat. Don't worry.
Don't do it.
Go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
No, I finished while you guys were doing that.
Great. No, I'm really excited to play PUBG when it comes to Xbox One at some point this year. So
I feel like that's going to be so weird.
I'm sure it will be, but I'm excited to play. I have no doubts that it'll be very popular on Xbox One though. So I don't know if you're gonna get on board then as well, Nabishin. I know you have it as on PC, but maybe Nabishin and I will have cool duo stories. I don't know. Jerks.
Yeah, because I play with people online.
Listen, dude, do this for me. Back me. I need you to back me up on this one.
I mean, I'll back you up on this one.
Yes.
You seem to enjoy watching it a whole lot.
Yeah. I would
I
have
do.
enjoyed
Even
it
if
more.
you don't stick with it, I think giving it a shot, like how you gave Overwatch a shot, would be a good idea.
Oh, I know.
Overwatch wasn't really a question. I think that was the game I knew I would enjoy, and I knew I would play by myself, which I do. And I know I could play. I know I could play that game by myself as well, PUBG. But
I'm just
You
saying,
should play
like,
with me.
if it's some fuck you, if at some point on console, if you do get it there, you want to give it a shot, test the waters and try a new relationship thing out with your boy. I got you. If not, I'm always open to whatever you want, buddy.
God, this sounds so gross.
Listen, man, Namsh and I have a symbiotic relationship where we help each other.
I believe the progressive term is poly relationship.
We have a polyamorous relationship where we help each other out. My boy's got my back. I've got
Wait,
his.
that sounds like a jerk off contest.
It does. In a bathroom in a high school. Go listen to the bro stage. Honestly, like the Bro C is a really great podcast. You should listen to it. It's a lot of fun.
If you want to talk about Alex and myself talking about how we'd ravage some young boys, then
Whoa.
it's a podcast for you.
What's it? What was the one conversation we had when John like left the room, and we just like were talking about like vegetarian food or whatever.
God, who knows? That's all. Those episodes are all blurred, dude. Like I've apparently done like musical renditions that I don't remember.
Oh yeah, like we talked about like a thing that we mentioned, like the grandma episode. I'm like, I don't remember fucking saying that. Are you kidding? Oh man, the Bro C, the quality product. Maybe not something worthy of going on IrrationalPassion.com because it's not video games related, but something I will endorse for sure.
We should make an OC indie game.
Yeah, that's what we should, and then we can finally get up on IP.
There you go.
Is that what you've been playing, Tony?
No, I've been playing Stellaris, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were going to talk about Stellaris. What's up with Stellaris? You got that this week, I believe.
Yeah, Scott and I have been playing a lot of that game.
Yep.
And I figured I would actually just mention that I was playing it and let Scott talk about it because they've been playing the same game for like 2 weeks and finally finished it.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just kind of learned how to play the game, so it's neat. And we're gonna start a new game probably after this podcast, and I actually get to play with everybody now. So I'm one of the big boys.
Cool. Yeah, you've been invested in this game that you believed you were going to win, right, Scott?
Yes, and
How'd it
we
go?
did.
Cool.
So I don't believe I went over win conditions last time. Either way, you probably forgot. So there are several win conditions, and the one that you have to go for when you're in a federation is you have to own 60% of the habitable planets. You don't have to build like a colony on that planet. It just has to be within your borders.
Okay.
So
Go on.
this becomes difficult mid-game because we'll just call them civs for simplicity's sake. All the civs have something like 5% of the galaxy by the time you hit mid-game, and the galaxy is covered.
Okay.
When an endgame crisis happens, they essentially pick a random spot on the map, and whoever that civ is pretty much just fucked.
Okay. Was that your enemies, I assume? I hope.
That was one of our enemies this game. This game's endgame crisis was called the Pytherian Scourge, which made winning a little bit easier because what they do is they think of them like the Zerg.
Okay.
They multiply out and they eat planets. And when you try and take a planet back, it gets destroyed.
All right. So
they started almost on the opposite side of the map from us, and by the end of the game, they owned 30% of the map.
Okay. That's really cool. That's a really cool idea for like an antagonist civilization to go up
Mhm.
against.
Yep, there's a bunch of endgame crises. The Pytherian Scourge is one. The Unbidden is another. They do a similar thing, except for their ships aren't as many, and they're way harder to deal with.
Okay.
Right. The only reason we got through them last time is because I talked about an Awakened Empire last time.
Mm-hmm.
And after an Empire awakens and the endgame crisis happens, if it's one of these types, Pytherian Scourge or the Unbidden, they can do another awakening and become the galaxy's protector.
Oh, that's really cool.
So instead of trying to kill everybody like they initially start doing, they instead become everyone's friend and they just go after the endgame crisis and they kind of sit there and do nothing for the rest of the game once it's over.
Okay. I like the idea of like an endgame crisis as like a mechanic to anticipate.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's really cool. Yeah. That's like
because another one. This one has to be my favorite because I don't use this type of thing. But another is an AI takeover.
Oh, cool.
Yes, all the robots and AI in the universe essentially rebel and become a part of one nation. And if you have a ton of robots, droids, or whatever on your planet, they can de facto to this nation.
Okay.
And so they will gain if a lot of your map if a lot of people on your map is using a lot of droids or robots and this happens, they can get a lot of territory very quick. And it's just like having another extremely powerful entity on the stage that's essentially trying to destroy everyone as well.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a common theme there.
Yeah, it gives it more of that kind of like galactic space opera feel that like a Mass Effect has or like a Star Trek has, in that like this big kind of common enemy. It's cool. I like that. Do you think I would like Stellaris, Scott? Is it just a side?
How much did you like Civ?
I love Civ. I love Civ 5 specifically. I feel like it's...
Yeah, you'd like this game a lot.
Okay.
Yo, we're starting a new game tonight, Alex.
I have an Overwatch date. I'm sorry.
But do you? Is Cameron involved?
Cameron is involved.
Okay, okay. So listen, you do not have an Overwatch date. Remember what you said. Remember what you said. You gotta
say
stick
I would
to it.
never play with him ever again. But that's mean. I love Cameron. He's my good.
That's fine. But you gotta know you gotta let him know that you mean business.
I gotta commit to the bit, is what you're saying. I gotta really cut Cameron out of my life, block his number on.
Well, no,
career.
just no Overwatch.
No, I wouldn't
Like,
do that to him.
No.
Y'all can play some Splatoon.
I would love to play some Splatoon. That's another thing I still have to buy and haven't yet, and I won't be able.
Yeah,
to
you can still
afford.
play Splatoon, but Overwatch is where we draw that line.
Okay, no Overwatch with Cameron Abbott.
No
Overwatch.
He doesn't own a Switch, but I'm allowed to play Splatoon with him. Damn,
Really, it's just anything else but Overwatch.
that's some cold shit right there. Anything else you want to say about Stellaris, Scott?
So the ending of our game was fairly funny.
Yeah.
We went to war thinking that we had everything we needed to absolutely everything we needed to win the game. But we were missing just one planet.
Okay.
So we go out, and it would be another 10 years. And for how slow the game's moving at this point in time, due to lag, because of how much just pure shit's in the game, it would have been like another 30, 40 minutes just to start another war from war cooldown. So we were sitting, shit, what are we going to do? And there's just one planet, one singular planet that the Pytherian Scourge haven't gotten to yet around their border. So we all go in, wipe everything out around that system, and we put a frontier outpost, which is essentially just adds border, adds your border to an area. And we were sitting there like, did that work? It should work.
Did we win yet?
Did we? And yeah, a few in-game days later after that happened, we finally got the victory screen.
Nice. Mazel tov. Does it let you play after it like Civ does?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
But there's generally no real point after you hit the victory screen.
Okay.
Once you've hit that point, there's generally nothing else anything can do to you.
Yeah. You own the galaxy, Scott.
And dominating the galaxy effectively would essentially take another 15 hours, I want to say, of gameplay.
All right. Tony, you got this. I believe in you.
No.
Dude, I'm actually pretty excited.
Or we're just going to play a new game. Because most of the fun is in mid-game.
Yeah, that sounds like kind of like where most of the cool stuff happens.
Yeah, because at the end of mid-game is when the end-game crisis happens, and then dealing with the end-game crisis is fun, but a lot of stuff happens in mid-game to let you know that it's coming.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Stellaris sounds cool. I've heard people talk about it so much now, and hearing your stories gets me really into it as well, Scott. Because I feel like you and I are kind of on the same page with those.
Would you call it wanting to be harder, Daddy?
Whoa, no.
No. All right. Well, maybe you're not as into it as I thought.
Wasn't the first series of words that came to my head personally. But to each their own. Have you been playing anything else, Scott?
Not particularly.
Okay. Anything else from you, Tony?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. All right, Nobshin. Let me put on my seatbelt real quick, because I know you're about to take me on a fucking ride. Let's go. Tell me about your video games. Actually, can I propose a starting off point?
Sure.
You can say what you're gonna say if you want to.
Whatever.
I don't know what the Final Fantasy 15 multiplayer is still. I saw you tweeting about it, but I don't know what it actually is, and I see you have that on your list here, the beta of that.
Yeah.
So could you kind of tell me what happened?
Tell me what you wanted out of a multiplayer from Final Fantasy 15.
Where you can play as the other three boys with your boys in real life, and then you just run around the world and do side quests.
It's not that.
Okay.
It's not that at all.
I see. That's what I figured. It wasn't that, but I don't know what it would be in its place.
Think of the most generic multiplayer thing you could play it like describe something like very 2013 for a
You fish together.
Team deathmatch.
close, but no.
Okay.
It's more of you have a central hub, and the central hub is a campfire.
Okay.
You can't go off the campfire. If you go off the campfire, this teleports you back onto the campfire. Then you pick a mission off of a menu screen. You do the mission. You do a monster hunt or whatever. You do that monster hunt. You all play pretty much. You create a character, by the way. You don't play as any of the boys.
Okay.
So it's create a character, male or female, for your character options.
Okay.
You all control basically Noctis. You have different weapons, but you're basically playing as Noctis. And you just hunt monsters. You do that. After that, you get sent right back into the camp place, and that's it. That's it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why.
And I don't think that sounds inherently bad. It's just
not bad, but
that's
It's not what you wanted.
Again, understand me.
it's not what anybody wanted.
Me only seeing your tweets, I totally understand what you're talking about now.
Okay, so I understand why.
Yeah, I do. I get it. I get it.
They can't. Instead of forcibly locking you out of the loading regions they have, because of how if you could just go anywhere, there's nothing stopping you and your party from splitting up and going to just different places.
Yeah.
They do it like that, so you are forced to only load in one area at a time.
Yeah. It's just
that was a solution to that instead of saying, this is where the loading sector is.
Yeah.
You can't go past.
It's in the same year that a Ghost Recon, again, the only time I'll say something nice about Ghost Recon Wildlands, but in the same year that a Ghost Recon Wildlands comes out, and that's essentially a massive world where people can just drop in and drop out and do whatever the fuck they want, wherever the fuck they want. That especially feels very constricted.
I mean, it's more of it's fuck me for thinking they were being ambitious about this per se, because it's just you see these four characters that you all control differently and do different things. You see that they're putting out DLC where you could play as individually one of those characters. So me thinking when we announced this multiplayer thing in part of the season pass, I was thinking so it's you would pretty much play maybe the first eight chapters of Final Fantasy 15 and just do monster hunts together, just run around together and just hang out with your boys, be in a car, do something like that together. And it's no, it's not anything like that. And it's just it's like I said, it's not bad. It controls fine, but it's just a disappointment as far as an expectations thing, because they never really said it. They just said we're gonna have multiplayer, and it's and that's what everybody was thinking it would be, and that would have been my excuse more or less to replay that game, because even though I don't play multiplayer games with most people, but I can see myself calling Danny. It's hey, let's just do this game again, because like I said, that game flow was so good as far as that multiplayer thing. Like the best thing about Final Fantasy 15 is not in that multiplayer. So that's just like a real disappointment.
Yeah. So is there like a beta? There's a beta available now, or was that just temporary?
It's a free beta that's available now for anyone who has the season pass that can play.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that game has hurt you.
It hurts me a lot.
I like, now I'm thinking about it just in this moment. The thing that upsets me the most is that the Final Fantasy franchise has done nothing but hurt you, Nabashin. And you don't deserve it. And there are good things about that franchise there.
Man, they gave me Crisis Core. I like Crisis Core.
That's true. They gave you Crisis Core. They gave you Kingdom Hearts in a weird way, partially.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts means a lot. It's just like the whole Final Fantasy 7 thing, and now Final Fantasy 15. The only two Final Fantasy games.
Hey, I still gotta play that game.
Yeah, you do still have to play that game.
Man.
Although you've got time, you got some time.
Before I didn't expect it to be this long. But...
Guess what, dog? Kingdom Hearts 3 is probably gonna be the next major Square Enix release. So you got a minute.
Yeah.
But I'd like you to play that game.
It's gonna happen. So.
I know. Well, that's a bummer. What about other games? You can talk about stuff that you like now. I was curious. I was not caught up. So
yeah. Just some quick fire ones real fast. Played Peggle 2 for the first time in the longest time.
Yeah, Peggle 2. No, that's a game.
Yeah, that is a good game. Just wanted to play it again. Like it's just real fun going through that again. Because I bought the DLC for like not too long ago when it was on sale for like $1 or something like that. And so I was just playing through with the gopher and the ladybird or whatever she is.
Yeah, there's a skateboarding gopher. Hell yeah.
Yeah. He was the best one from the original Peggle too because he did the multiple balls thing. So yeah, that game was fun.
Cool.
Yeah, Peggle's real good. I fired up Danganronpa again because I'm realizing Danganronpa V3 is like a month away,
corner, buddy. Yeah.
So I have to get that lore for that again. So I have to replay through all the games because
I've been thinking about it too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like if I do, I'd probably just do it on Vita TV. I was thinking about getting like the remaster thing, but I would just do it on my TV.
Dude, I fucking miss that shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for another Danganronpa. I'm so excited to just play another visual novel. Like I know, like I still do want to play 999 before the summer's up, but then August has just turned into an explosive firecracker.
Wait, have you never played 999 before?
No, I have not.
Ah!
Oh my god, you need to play that.
I found one. Nabashin, I found one. Nabashin fucking loves the Zero Time Dilemma series.
Oh, they're fucking amazing games.
Yeah, my dude.
Which is the best one, Tyler?
Probably 999, the original.
Damn right.
Your boy's here.
It has the most complete story because the second game kind of just feels like a tease, and the third one is fine, but it wasn't. The first one though, just pure excellence.
I was listening to who was it talking about that? I was listening to somebody talk about it, and Virtue's Last Reward, the second one, was their favorite one. It was Griffin McElroy. Now I remember.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the camp of like, just read 999, do whatever you can to just not play that game and get through it as soon as possible. He played it.
The good thing is about the PS4 version, they removed all the stuff that made the original frustrating on the DS because it had the slowest text speed imaginable, and you had to reread through the whole thing like, I don't know, like 6 different times to see the actual
fast forwarding a little bit. There's a fast forward feature in it. A little bit.
Barely. It's still slow. Like even the fast forward was still slow. But on the PS4, which I assume is what you're playing on.
I was gonna play on DS
Vita?
because of the specific thing.
That is better. Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Story payoff is worth it. But my God, have a cell phone ready for all those for that slow text speed.
Yeah, like
still worth it.
I still don't know. I'm still oblivious as far as how they did that on Vita and PS4. Like I'm pretty sure you could do it, but like
they changed the last
impact
puzzle.
Is like halfway.
Yeah, you can lose an impact. So yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so like Griffin McElroy was in the camp of like the second one was his favorite, and he liked 999, but he saw it more as a vehicle to get into the second one.
Probably a better game from a game point of view, but I think the story in the first one's a little bit stronger. Okay. But excellent series, worth playing all 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I plan on it. I love visual novels. The thing is, like, I only have so much visual novel in me in any given year, right? Like, because I get so into them. So, like, I know when Danganronpa V3 comes out, I'm not sleeping for a week. You know, like, I know that about myself. But yeah, I'm excited, Nabishin.
For sure.
I'm excited.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time. The three of us are going to be on the Danganronpa train at the same time versus last time when it was kind of like spread out across the year. So that shit's good.
Where are you going to get that one? I'm just curious.
I'm getting it on PS4. I'm all for the sit back on my couch and just chill.
It's funny because like I was playing through the PS4 version of Danganronpa this week, and it was like I don't know, like I just felt better. Like I felt like I wanted to more lay down and just do it. So like I just re-downloaded it on my Vita and started just replaying it through that again. So
okay. Yeah, I'm cool with like the kind of text driven experience on TV. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I wish I could take this on the go, but I just never leave my house. So and I never find a way to be comfortable with an handheld system here. So
I discovered that with the Switch too. Like it's weird playing that outside my room. Like I don't know. Like I just like I don't like when I was going to New York for the Kingdom Hearts concert. Like I had my Switch with me. I have all my portables with me. Like I do this every time I travel. I bring my Vita. I bring my 3DS. I brought my Switch this time, and like I just don't play them. I don't play them. I don't like. I guess other people glaring at me when I play video games. Maybe that's not like streaming either, but like, I don't know. I'm a weird boy.
No, I mean like for me, the Switch has been the most comfortable I've been playing games on the go. I mean, like I like my 3DS a lot. It's like I played it more than my Vita on the go for sure, especially in planes. But like I really enjoy playing my Switch, especially on airplanes and like portably. So of all of them, I still don't do it at home because I'm just like a couch person. Like I just like laying down on the couch and playing games on the TV generally. But in my experience, the Switch has been my most comfortable portable console.
Mm-hmm.
So to each their own, you know. What else have you been playing?
And the other quick fire one, update on that. I'm doing the Okumaro mission
Dungeon.
stuff right now. Yeah,
Cool.
It's Palace. Somewhere in September and October. One of those two. I can't remember which one.
Cool. For your reference, Tyler, Nobishin's on that platinum pace right now.
I think Nobishin's my favorite person on this podcast. No offense to everybody else.
Oh, rude.
He did not choose Makoto though. So
he's well, you know, that's
Sorry,
we can
always
both
there,
enjoy our own differing waifu. But if I had to pick like an Irrational Passions husbando, I think it'd be Nobishin.
yeah, that's like consistently the truth with all of our guests. I think, like almost all of them. Like I feel like John would probably pick Nobishin. Brant definitely pick Nobishin. Yeah, Barrett would probably pick Nobishin. Although Barrett like has picked me in real life, so like.
Oh well.
Like I don't know. I honestly don't know why people will pick me, but
Dude, everyone loves you, man. You're just a good dude.
It's the intros.
Yeah, that helps a lot. It's true. Charm everybody's socks off right off the bat. You know what you gonna do?
Maybe.
Yeah, dude. Persona 5.
Yes,
game's still good. Just
I will beat Kaylee Woomer. I'm saying it on this fucking podcast.
Okay.
I will beat her to this platinum.
All right. I mean, she's probably
Sounds like
watching
a
right now.
bet!
Yeah, it does sound like a bet. Actually,
That does sound like a bet.
Ooh. Should we think of some side bet terms? And maybe come back to this.
I mean, I can tell you the terms right now.
Okay, Tony, give me some terms.
All right. So if Nobishin gets the platinum before Kaylee Woomer,
Okay.
then Alex O'Neill has to buy Nobishin a pizza.
Okay.
If Kaylee Woomer gets the platinum first, Alex has to buy Scott and Tony pizza.
So
I
Kaylee,
feel like this is a little lopsided, and I don't like it.
So like, what if I bought Kaylee a pizza? I could do that too.
Yeah, sure. I just
All right.
want Scott and Tony to be included.
Why
in
do
this.
why do I have to buy anyone a pizza?
I don't know. You already agreed to it, though.
All right.
I honestly, like when I said that I had an idea for the bet, I didn't yet have the idea. It just kind of whatever came out of my mouth came out. You know.
I guess. All right, I'm writing down this side bet. I will buy the victor of this situation a pizza. It's gonna be a cheap pizza, guys. I'm fucking just gonna tell you straight out right now.
All right.
Sure, whatever.
What else, Nalbichin? I'm sorry, I got derailed.
You're fine. Went back to you guys Sigma. Like I said, I bought that game on PS3. That game's real fun, and I guess just echoing everything I said last week. I miss those type of games. And I would like a new one. Again, I even posted out like on Twitter, like this is like my Roger Piccone, my Roger Piccone moment. It's like, yeah, we need another Ninja Gaiden, man. Like, I don't know why they only make another one. It's probably because they're not that good anymore, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, real good. And the other thing I've been playing is Splatoon 2. I've been playing that a lot today because it's a Splatfest. Ketchup versus mayonnaise.
Which side are you on?
Mayonnaise is gonna win.
It should be ketchup versus mustard. Like, that's what it should be. Like, those are the two big condiments. I don't know why mayonnaise.
Why are you trying to fucking belittle mayonnaise?
Dude,
They wanted to put like cum in their game. Let's be real here. Have you guys seen the mayonnaise, the squidlings? It's wrong.
I've been playing it, yeah.
Okay. The Nalbichin scene. He knows.
I've seen something.
Who's seen some shit? What side are you on, Nalbichin?
I picked ketchup.
Of course you did.
Thank you.
Because mayonnaise is
a refined
overrated.
taste.
Nah, mayo's great.
Mayo is fine. Like, I am not a mayonnaise hater.
All right.
I am.
All right, here's the thing. Here's a question.
Hold on. Wait, Tony, let me put on my seatbelt again.
All right.
We're good. I'm strapped in.
All right, so you're on a deserted island, and all you have is a spoon and a jar of either ketchup or mayonnaise.
Okay.
Which one are you going to eat?
Ketchup.
And you can't put it on anything. You just have to eat it.
Ketchup.
Ketchup. I made ketchup sandwiches as a kid.
I know you.
Fuck,
I know
that's-
you
that's-
did. No,
That's
it's-
fucked up, dude.
Like what I'm telling you, man.
I feel like was I the only one who knew that?
Yeah.
No, I knew that.
You probably said it at some point on the show, Nalbichin, but I probably like blocked it out because it was so fucked up.
I remember us talking about it when he was living with me.
Okay. Well, that in Nalbichin's defense, people have made fucking mayonnaise sandwiches, and that shit sounds disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like you chose the worst possible example.
Yeah, dude.
I think ketchup wins in that situation every time.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'd rather eat
I don't
ketchup.
even think
than
I would pick mayonnaise.
Fucking, what is wrong with you, Tony?
I said I wouldn't. What? Ketchup and mayonnaise combined goes on fries.
Okay, I was curious.
I see. I put ketchup and mayonnaise on my burgers,
Yeah, it's just great.
which is French dressing technically. But yeah,
Fry sauce, dude.
I don't put things on my fries. I dip my fries in ketchup if I need to do anything because I'm not a fucking animal.
Thank you, Alex.
I see. I got you, Tyler. I understand. This is a very tangential show. I don't know where we're going. Like, Nalbichin's games turned into like a little bit about all of us as people. It's pretty great.
You see, we're still here as bets. And,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, we ended the bets and we started talking about Splatoon.
Yeah, we did. But then we just looped back around to another tangent, and I'm okay with it. Was it just like 2 pieces of bread and ketchup between them?
You see, what you should be asking is how's it going for ketchup so far in Splatoon?
I was gonna get there. I was just curious. The ketchup sandwiches, is it just 2 pieces
You
of
can
bread
talk about that later, dude.
with ketchup between them? This is very relevant right now.
Yeah, I want to know
Yes.
the answer now.
Yes, it was.
Okay. All right. You know, I won't knock until I try it. Did you ever toast the bread and then put the ketchup between it?
No, it was just.
You see, this is where you really need to stop.
Okay, I'll stop. How's the Splatfest going? When is it over?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's this entire weekend. But like, yeah, yeah, I'm not good at Splatoon, but I still
So,
like
did you ever make bagel ketchup sandwiches?
No, we never
You're a
had bagels
monster.
at my parents' house.
Okay, all right. You guys didn't get the joke. Fine.
No, I'm sorry, Scott. We disappointed you today. Splatoon 2 is really good, right now, Nalbichin?
Oh yeah, it's real good. I'm enjoying it a great ton.
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
actually was thinking about like even though it's like completely fucked in this game. Maybe trying to do multiplayer with people, but we'll see about that.
Okay, I've definitely been seeing a lot of people having fun with it via the Twitter. So
because like with Splatfest, that's actually like something I can actually do multiplayer in, because like Splatoon 2 does pretty much goes up and beyond its way to like not have you play with people in that game, in like almost the weirdest way. Because like if I really wanted to like play someone online, the most efficient way would be for me to be able to go into league mode, which I can't go to league mode unless I'm B- in rank mode, and I can't go into rank mode until I'm level 10 in the regular mode. So it's a lot of things. It's a lot of Nintendo Wii bullshit to do what you need to do in that game. So but Splatfest just circumvents all of that and it's like, hey, you want to play with your friends, you can play with your friends. So, you know.
yeah, okay. What else have you been playing?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. I think that wraps us on video games. What are we doing on time? Okay, we're about even. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we got some news to talk about and some questions to go through, and yada yada yada. I think that about sums it up. So we'll take a break, and we will be back in just a little bit.
Choo choo choo.
If you are watching live, you'd like to have a question read on the show, remember you can tweet it at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ, and we will read it in the mail sack section. Thank you. I have to pee quite much. I'll be right back. Tyler, if you want to just keep recording, if you want to run off, get a drink, use the bathroom, do what you need to do, feel free.
Okay, thank you.
Power on.
It lives.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. You doing all right, Tyler? Am I exhausting you with this
I'm good.
27-hour-long podcast?
Uh,
Although, to be fair, like our Bro C recording sessions are comparable.
yeah, especially when we do 3 episodes in a row.
Yeah. Sometimes they're longer, too. John's just got to talk about how cool he is.
Ooh,
man.
that's an idea. We should do 3 Irrational Passions podcast episodes in a row. We could
I'm
take
pretty
month-long breaks.
I'm pretty sure, like, we do that, and it's called Game of the Year. All right, we all back? Tony here?
I never really left. I didn't feel the need to go get a glass of water or anything.
Cool. You know me and my little petite bladder. Open up the,
I respect your bladder, Alex.
yeah. I mean, you know, you have to deal with it too, so I'm running off peeing between every fucking break I can get. Tyler, did you add some of these news stories?
Yeah.
Is one just making a pixelated Todd Howard in Animal Crossing? Is that just like the whole thing?
I didn't know that one. No,
I think that's just.
I did. I added that one.
I know you did.
But it's a good story.
NBA Live 18 adds the WNBA. Watch the new trailer.
Yeah, it's cool.
That is cool. I'm gonna remove this battleground skirt based story.
What?
Just because I don't feel like it fits with the theme of our show.
What?
The battleground skirt selling for nearly $500 on the Steam Marketplace.
Oh. Who put that there?
Tyler.
No.
No.
You mean the trench coat?
No, it's like a business skirt, business casual, I would say.
Hmm.
I mean, it looks good, man. I think you can work it. I don't want to like brag about your figure for you, Tony, but I think you could work it.
All right, rude.
You see, it's probably just extremely rare.
It probably is, but I don't know why I don't want to.
Because how they generally work,
$500 on it.
how that generally works is the devs decide what they think looks good, and then they put that in the top rarity.
All right. Okay. I'm trying to go over this Destiny news story real quick. Okay. Who's fucking playing a cookie clicker right now?
Dude, I gotta get my idle game on, dude.
It
It would be funny if that was actually what was
just
happening. What it is.
can't, man. I can't.
You don't like clickers?
You know, I've never really played one, so I can't.
Oh, that's a shame. You're missing out.
Yeah.
He's
You know,
really
like,
not.
Silicon Era forever has just had too big of spaces between their paragraph lines.
You know,
like, do you think they've ever considered fixing it? Like, just ever?
no.
And like the thing is, it used to be a problem on IP, but I like went out of my way to make it an auto problem anymore because I care about people who read. And Silicon Era is just gigantic, and we're nothing.
They just don't give a fuck about you.
It looks like that's a conscious decision for them. Like,
Yeah.
there's like when you look at their stuff, they're hitting the spacebar twice, or the enter key.
Yeah.
So it's not even like a regular line break. So
I think it's because they're an international company.
Maybe.
I think
I don't
it just shows that you care, and they don't.
I had one of their writers like go to a review of mine and like call me a scrub, basically. So
Sorry, Tyler.
that dude can eat a dick.
Wow. Oh,
I'm also friends with 2 of their other writers. So
okay, so like kind of toting the line both ways on that one.
I don't know if the guy who like chewed me out for my review of Wild Arms or whatever actually still writes there, but he used to in the past at least.
All right, I'm ready to go. News in gaming. Let's talk about some news because there's some news to talk about. Do you boys like dancing?
Yeah.
And I know, Scott, I know before you even say anything, it's an emphatic yes. Yes. Yes, please.
Absolutely. Whenever I get sad, I just dance my cares away.
Exactly.
So I like to dance. I like my dancing like I like my podcasts, and I like to record podcasts all night long, and I like to dance all night long.
I see.
You see where I thought you were gonna say you like your dancing, how you like your coffee with milk in it.
I appreciate you, Scott. Can we write this down as also like one of the 4 times in the history of this podcast that Scott went with a bit with me instead of just saying like no? Well, I got good news for you guys. Atlas has announced not 1 but 2 new Persona dancing games. Persona 3 Dancing Moon Knight, excuse me, and Persona 5 Dancing Star Knight. For PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. Now, from what I understand, these are both 2 separate video games, correct? They're
Yes.
not one video game mashed together. They're 2 full separate video games coming in 2018, I believe. Spring 2018, and that's Japan's release date, so probably at the earliest fall of next year for us. And there are trailers live for both of them, and it looks cool. If you like Persona 4 Dancing All Night, it's more of these with the music from, obviously, Persona 3 and Persona 5. Both also fantastic soundtracks. I'm sure there will be some new songs and remixes thrown on there as well. So, this is pretty rad.
What's really great is that the Persona 3 cast, when they evoke their personas, they basically shoot themselves in the head with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
So, you actually see this in their dancing where they make like a motion as if they're going to... Yeah. Perfect.
It's so good. Have you played Persona 4 and 3 as well, Tyler?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know where you're at.
Actually, never beat Persona 3.
Okay. It's definitely a harder
because
one.
I tried playing that right after I had played Persona 4 Golden, and it was just too much Persona in too little time, so I ended up not finishing that. But I loved how metal it was that all these teens were like shooting themselves in the head, and I'm like, yeah.
So what's cool is I'm watching the Persona 3 trailer right now. I've never seen, and it's never been shown, like the Persona 3 characters kind of like stylistically elongated out to their kind of, except for Persona 3 Arena, I guess, or Persona 4 Arena, like elongated out to like normal proportions. They were kind of always the chibi stuff. And the same was true of Persona 4 until dancing happened. But that's cool. Like, I don't know. I am not super into rhythm games, as is well known here, but Nabashin, you really like Persona 4 Arena or Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
I did.
Are you excited for these?
Yes, I am.
Cool. I don't know how into the Persona 3 one you would be, as you don't know the characters as well, but
I know a good amount.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear your thoughts. I don't know if I'll get these. We'll see. I probably will, just because I'm a Persona addict, and anything P Studio puts their name on, pretty much I'll buy to support them. So
I'm really excited for this because I thought the story in Persona 4 Dancing All Night was surprisingly well done. So they're not just like quick like cash grabs. So and it's solid gameplay for a rhythm game as well. Although it's no Elite Beat Agents, but what is? But like you get that solid gameplay, you get a meaningful story with characters you're already attached to. So I'm very excited for both of these games.
Yeah, it's cool. I saw some people talking on the internets about like how it's time for a Persona 3 remake. Yeah. And like they'll have like high-res assets for both Vita and PS4 from this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. They put out a survey earlier this year asking if people were interested in that.
Oh, if
So
that happens, I'd be so excited because like there's a lot of confusion as to like what is the best version of Persona 3 to play because of the portable version, which I don't think is as good as Persona 3 Fez. And if they like made it more accessible to do the male and female arc in like a remake and like just like updated the gameplay mechanics so it's not as unapproachable as a video game. Like made the fusions a little bit easier to understand, made it so you can control your party members, stuff like that. And maybe even added some of the mechanics from Persona 5 into it like they did with Persona 4 Golden.
yeah, I mean, it'd be great if it just like never let you slept. It always forced you to go to sleep. I mean,
yeah, exactly. It just forced you to stay awake in Persona 3.
You said you saw that trailer, right?
Which?
The Moonlight trailer.
Yeah, I just watched it right now.
Not to spoil anything, but did you appreciate where he was dancing at?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw somebody tweeting about that as well.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. It's cool. It's also like a place that you can go in the game, so it's not as impactful. But like, I saw the tweet of kind of phrasing it in a funny way. So
Yeah.
but yeah, what's in like conjunction with these announcement was an announcement I'm personally a little bit more excited for, which was the announcement of Persona Q2, which has nothing but just a logo right now, which is the Take Your Heart logo, like the Phantom Thieves logo from Persona 5. And it says Take Your Heart and Persona Q2 underneath of it, which I assume means it will be a game like Persona Q, but with Persona 5 characters in it in some capacity. And that's really all we know about it right now. We don't know release window. We know it's coming to 3DS. And that's about it. But it makes me wonder if like maybe they do like a big crossover game that's Persona 3, 4, and 5 characters, which would be amazing for me. But regardless, like I really like Persona Q. I've never really been into the Etrian Odyssey kind of games, but like when you bring it in with characters and dialogue from games that I like and the mechanics of Etrian Odyssey, I had a lot of fun with it, even though I got all the way up to the end and lost my save, essentially, lost my copy of the game. I didn't finish it. I had a lot of fun with it while I was playing it. I played like 86 hours of it, so I thought it was really well made. So that's really exciting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like not even an announcement of like the studio working on it, I believe. But I assume it would be the Etrian Odyssey studio again. We shall see. That's it for that was like Persona news. Like I was having like a real shitty day trying to figure out what was going on in my car, and like that news came out. And like I overslept, and I found out. I was like, and the person that told me was saying like, yeah, it's real too. I didn't even make this up. It's like, what? Because like when I get a text message saying like, yo, they're making Persona 3, it was Kaylee Woomer that had texted me this. When I get a message saying they're making a Persona 3, Persona 5 dancing game, like Persona 4 Dancing All Night, I'm like, are you kidding me? But no, it was real. This news comes to us from PlayStationLifestyle.net. Friend of the show, I would consider. NBA Live 18 is adding the WNBA into the game as well, which is exciting. I like Tyler. You added this story. I don't know if you had any. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool.
Games.
Yeah. So, what kind of sucks is that similar to how FIFA added the like female soccer teams a couple of years ago, this is in a limited capacity. Because I talked to the developers here, so I have some additional insight to share. So basically, in the WNBA will be like in a play now mode. You won't be able to do a franchise or do any season modes with the WNBA players. But what I was told was that like while they were excited to be adding the WNBA players into their game, when they went to do like the face scannings for all the characters and stuff, the women themselves are so excited to be in a game for the first time because they've never had that before. So it's a big first step for them, and I really hope they expand it to where you can play a complete season in the future installments. So I think it's always a little bit of a bummer when it's like they kind of do these half steps towards including the female athletes. So I hope they can fully realize it in super years. But this is still a great first step.
Yeah, it kind of upsets me. Is this much of a half step? And I know it's like one of those things that I generally criticize to myself, at least, about like isn't a, not that it is. It's one of those things that was like where I hate complaining about something where it's like, oh, it isn't enough, but like it's one. I feel like this isn't enough for something like this. Like you can't even play against like other like the you can't do WNBA versus like NBA. You can't even have something like that. So I was like, I just feel like it's a little like too much of a half step. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
I want to give credit when credit's due because like it's a great thing, but like for something like this is just something like whereas like oh, never mind, that's just too much of my dumb mind. But like I just feel like it should have been a little bit more than what they given.
Yeah, no, I understand, and like I the video game industry is also kind of infamous for taking kind of baby steps toward progress. That's also true on top of everything else. So yeah, I'm glad that there is at least representation that's happening. And like you said, Tyler, it's cool to hear like, hey, like they're actually just really stoked to be in the game because they never got the chance to do that before. So that's an extra layer to it that does add a lot of character to it. Hopefully, like this means just like with FIFA and how that changed recently, and that's including like the female teams. This will just mean like it'll be a given going forward, and they can build on top of that.
Yeah, I hope that's the case. I think EA wants to do that, so hopefully we'll see it.
I mean, if anything, this is like a good selling point for NBA Live because no one's going to buy that game, or no one really had a reason to buy that game before, and now this is like totally at least a reason to at least try it out.
Yeah,
like it'll still lose to 2K like without a doubt.
Yeah,
but like at least it's something that, even though it's a sticker quote, is something that's like different from 2K.
Yeah, they definitely need those ways to differentiate themselves from NBA 2K, and just give people a reason to care about their game. And this is one of the reasons to get people to care. Yeah,
it's a good reason too. Diversity is usually a good reason to lean into to really bring in a wider audience. In other news, did you have this story in Option? Just curious if you had seen it. But the Destiny related one. Because this is definitely interesting. Essentially, Bungie has laid out some of the streaming restrictions for Destiny 2 on PC. Essentially saying that direct support for third-party capture applications will be limited. For folks who don't know, and it's probably a good amount of folks, since not everyone streams off of PC, but XSplit and OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, are kind of like the big PC broadcasting softwares that are affordable or free. And in those applications, you can add a game directly into like essentially what you're streaming to your audience. And almost all PC games that is doable with, from indie to AAA. But Bungie specifically stated that Destiny 2 cannot be added to capture mode through XSplit or OBS. But if you did like a screen capture of Windows mode, that'd be fine in either of those two applications. And the kind of like more niche streaming applications like Razer Cortex and Fraps have the same limitations or similar ones, which is really weird and specific. I haven't known any big AAA game to do this on PC at all recently. Usually because most folks, especially with multiplayer games, are embracing the idea of being streamed because it's kind of like free advertising. Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, the PC version is coming out October 24th, a little bit after the console version, but that is peculiar. I don't think there's any restrictions on what you can show or anything like that, but it's just an odd specific restriction on how you can stream it.
Yeah, it's just like a why. It's like not like if there's like a specific reason to it, I would just like know the reason. But like it just seems like I don't know why you would like to like not expose your game in any way it could possibly be. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe Bungie will make a comment within the next week, but I'll keep my ears peeled for that. It's super specific and it's just weirdly off-putting. That's it for news though. That's all I got. Anything else? Anybody have anything else? Great. Thanks, guys.
I had a really good tweet. Somebody deleted off the document.
I deleted off the document. It was somebody made Todd Howard in Animal Crossing. That was out of pixels. That's commitment, though. To be fair, committed to the bit. Let's take a peek into the mail sack. Remember, there's a variety of ways you can be a part of the show. You can send us an email, mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. You can leave us a voicemail, 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. If you listen back to that audio real quick, you can hear me almost forget the phone number, mid-phone number. Or the most popular option, by far it seems, you can tweet us a question at IrrationalPod with the hashtag IPQ, and we will read it on the show. Just a handful of questions here. The first one comes in from Jake Nichols, who's infamous now for sparking an AMV-related conversation last week. It's at Jake R. Nichols on Twitter. He says, Sugar Ray or Smash Mouth?
Smash Mouth.
That really is the question. Now, Tyler, can you light me up with some Sugar Ray jams real quick? Can you tell me some bangers that I might not have known about?
Aren't they butterfly?
No, nobody likes Sugar Ray.
Exactly.
Fly.
They don't have any bangers.
They had
So
Sundered.
this is just going to be unanimous.
Unanimous?
No.
No.
Euphemistically, a Smash Mouth.
There you go.
I can't think
That's
of the
what I'm
last
used
time I
to.
thought about Sugar Ray. Like, my God, that's like a trip.
Let's
It's
see.
a butterfly. It's a butterfly.
No, that's Crazy Town, right?
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
They just say Sugar Baby in it.
Yeah, that they do say Sugar Baby. Every Morning by Sugar Ray. I'm looking at like top listing most popular songs. Someday, When It's Over, Fly. I feel like Fly by Sugar Ray I've heard at some
Pretty
point.
sure I heard that.
That's their most popular song, yeah. Fly.
But yeah, you're right. I guess like Smash Mouth. Now, like, listen, Smash Mouth isn't great, and they get a lot of shit, and they deserve it.
They're not great, but Sugar Ray is by far worse.
Yeah, I can get behind this. Tony, I really need you to weigh in here because I know you're the #1 Smash Mouth fan caster, shoutcaster, and super fan on the podcast. And I need you.
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
All-staller?
All-staller.
Dude.
Sugar Ray
All that glitters is gold, Alex.
or Smash Mouth?
Smash Mouth.
Okay. That really is a question for the ages. Smash Mouth, yeah. I'll take Smash
Only
Mouth.
shooting stars break the mold, Alex.
You're right. You just got to be the best shooting star you can be.
You know how sad Sugar Ray is? They had to include Fly on their 1997 album Floored twice. They had 2 versions of the same song because they don't have enough hits to fill a damn LP. They had one version with reggae artist Supercat, everybody's favorite reggaeton artist, and another one without Supercat. So why are you hating on Supercat? Sugar Ray, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's a good question. I think we're asking the tough questions here. Will Harrison at W Harrison says, that's a good Twitter handle. Is Tyler actually Curtis Axel in disguise?
So Curtis Axel, for those not aware, is a WWE superstar, and he's actually the son of Mr. Perfect.
Okay.
Kurt Hennig. He was like an 80s and 90s WWF star.
Does this line up with your knowledge, Nabashin? Are we math adds up on this one?
I'm sorry, I missed that entire thing.
Curtis Axel? Okay, no. Got it. Go.
I'm sorry, I missed the entire conversation.
It's a wrestling thing, so I was trying to lean on you. You're the only guy that I got with that. So
Okay,
Mr.
yeah, I don't know.
Mr.
Kurt.
Perfect. No,
Mr.
that
Oh,
is.
yes, Kerber. Yes.
Okay.
Well, you see, this is just going to be a no because he's really Zach Galifianakis in disguise.
I knew it, Tyler, this whole time.
No comment.
It's like when you shave your beard, you're in that weird political movie he did with Will Ferrell, where he plays like Jay Galifianakis or whatever his alternate character on stage is. I've like heard stories, and I don't know if there's truth to it, that Zach Galifianakis will do part of a set and like stand up and then go in the back and shave his beard and then come out and do the rest of that set as that character. I've heard stories that has happened. I don't know if it's true.
But you can't do it that often, can you?
No, you can't do it. That's like a every now and again thing that you can pull. But I love the idea of that. I just love it. That's like such a commitment to the bit that I can get into it. Last question we got here comes from Nato Johnston at NatoJ18. He says, did you see the news that 2017 GOTY For Honor, because he spelled it with a U, is starting its season 3 with new characters, Highlander, Gladiator, new maps, and ranked.
No one cares still.
Oh, what was that? Nobody cares. Yeah, caught up. Tyler Treese noted that PlayStationLifestyle.net gave For Honor a solid 7 out of 10.
I reviewed that, yeah.
No,
For
yeah,
Honor-
all right. This website has lost credibility. So
Yeah.
What? What's wrong with For Honor?
How do you feel about For Honor, Tyler?
That's my review. It's a.
he feels 7 out of 10 on it.
Yeah.
Lukewarm.
No,
Well-
it's good. It does some unique things.
Warm. Actively warm.
Not great.
Not hot.
Positivity.
Okay. Fair enough.
I haven't checked back in since that. It wasn't compelling to keep me playing after I reviewed it. I'll say that much. So I will check out season 3, Nato. I will check that out, and I'll check out the new Gladiator and the new maps and ranked. I got you, buddy.
According to Tyler Treese's review, Combat is filled with nuance, plenty of unlockables, and it looks great, but there's poor matchmaking, lackluster campaign, and modes are hit or miss. So
That's true.
there you go, Nato. Put that in your pipe and shove it. I don't know.
I'll play with you, my young Nato.
Yeah. That's it. That's all we got.
He's the only one that compliments me on Twitter, so I gotta.
Sure.
I gotta
he's
play
very
up,
affectionate
too.
for you on Twitter.
Gotta keep that close to the chest.
To be fair, John Anderson compliments you a lot through DMs.
He mostly just insults you through DMs.
Yeah, he does insult me a lot through DMs, though. It's kind of fucked up, honestly. But that's it for questions. Oh shit! That's why I was gonna get a bet over the break. I forgot to do that. We'll figure that out on the fly. We'll get there. If you'd like to be a part of the show, like I said, email, tweet us, or leave us a voicemail. Mailsack@irrationalpod.com, 404-590-1337, @IrrationalPod, #IPQ. Those are your ways to get a hold of us. You can follow each of us on Twitter individually. I am at AlFighter27. Scott is at WhatTechuz. Nobishin is at NABESHIN186. Tony's at Tony Horvath, all one word. And Tyler, you are at Tyler Treese, all one word. And that's
Yeah, please follow me and follow the Brosees Twitter because we need more followers on that.
Bro_C, I believe that
Yeah,
is.
it's the best damn MC podcast around.
Yeah. Better than
It's
those
one of
other brosies. And you can follow the site on Twitter at IrrationalPod. Some other stuff, rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. It helps us out a lot. Go to IrrationalPassion.com and listen to Input, our new podcast. And if you can rate and review that as well, that would help us a great deal. There's also a Monthly Passions podcast up there to check out. You can follow us in video form, twitch.tv/IrrationalPassions, where maybe we'll actually do some PUBG nights at some point.
Yeah, Alex will play.
I'll play, or at least commentate, or youtube.com/IrrationalPassions. I have some stuff that I've uploaded that I'm trying to get scheduled up there soon, hopefully. So, and if you like the show, hey, tell your friends about it. Word of mouth's the best way to spread the love. And for everything else, Irrational Passions, it is irrationalpassions.com. Tyler, one more time, where can people find more of you on the internet?
Well, you can find me on PlayStationLifestyle.net. That's where I'm doing all my writing now that my freelance days are over, which is kind of bittersweet in a way. But yeah, doing a lot of fun stuff there. Gonna have some live coverage of the Call of Duty World Championships next weekend. So
Hell yeah.
you know, get excited for some sick headshots, yo, straight from Orlando, Florida. But yeah, check me out there, and please support the Bro C. We need your love.
Yeah, and your video game podcast, Game in the Comments as well.
Yeah, gameinthecomments.com. Check it out. I do it with a British man, so if you like accents, you'll get that. We talk about a lot about Nando's, and we get a little bit cheeky in it.
Yeah, and you know, say what you will about the Bro C, which you can find on thebro-c.com. Our branding's a little messed up.
Yeah, and like here's the thing I do want to say about the Bro C
Mhm.
is that even if you don't like the OC, here's the great part. We barely talk about the OC.
Yeah.
It's actually worse if you do like come and like the show because we barely talk about it. We're mostly talking about cuckolding and all that other fun stuff. So
and like weird stories from before John got married.
yeah, and we in our next episode we had John's wife on it,
Oh
and
my
it is
God.
incredible.
It's a
He opens every
fantastic
episode by saying "Welcome to the Bro C, bitch." But when he says "bitch" this time, you can see we got to see his wife just give him like the greatest glare ever.
Oh yeah,
And just total side eye.
it's fantastic.
God bless his wife, Katie.
Yeah,
But
Katie's awesome, and that show was tons of fun. Yeah, we have a lot of fun doing that show, and I think some people have fun listening to it. So
yeah, NATO has fun. All the boys.
Yeah.
All the good boys that are
all the
listening.
good boys, and we've had some fun guests on. We had Nato Johnson on. We had Joey Noel on. We had a great time. So check that out. Now it is time for bets. Do you know how we do bets, Tyler? This dumb thing that we do?
No, I don't.
We're gonna make a totally arbitrary bet that's not really based on math or science at all, and it's gonna be dumb, and we're gonna have a good time doing it. And then
All right.
we did a bet last week, and we're gonna figure out how to resolve that as well. Next week, looking at this list of releases we got going on here, we got some stuff.
Hellblade.
I'm trying to decide between Lawbreakers or Hellblade.
Lawbreaker.
Okay. Next week, I want to do a Twitter-related one with Cliff Blazinski, but I also don't. Do you have any ideas, Namashin?
I bet Cliffy B name searches.
Yeah, I mean, here, let me see.
Is there
an official Lawbreaker?
Is there?
Go ahead.
Is there Steam of playing the game?
Like active users playing? Yeah, there is. We can access that information.
Yeah, do that for a long.
That's a good one, yeah. How many active players will there be for Lawbreakers this time next week on Steam? Which it is coming out on Steam, I assume. And you know what? This could really be a crapshoot. It could be anywhere between 20,000 and 130,000. So, or like 10 people total.
What game again?
Lawbreakers. It's a first-person shooter.
Okay, you see. I was starting out, and I was thinking Jawbreakers, the game. And I was like, the fuck?
Not Jawbreakers.
I'd play that.
It's a new first-person shooter from Boss Key Productions, which is a studio headed by Cliff Blazinski, who's infamous for having helped create the Gears of War franchise. And it looks pretty good. Alex Van Aken, friend of the show, he's a big fan of it. He's been playing the beta a lot. And I've watched some videos that he's made from him playing the beta, and it looks like a lot of fun, actually. I just don't know. I can't give up on Overwatch. It's my only true love now. Which makes me convincing myself to buy what's the other game? Splatoon 2. Very difficult. So how many active users will be
Time or for like altogether?
just on Steam altogether?
Altogether. Okay.
And if you want to type your bet in the chat, Tyler, and I'm going to count down, and we can all send it together.
All right.
And Scott already sent a number. I don't know if that's your real bet, Scott, or just
You'll find out when I send another number, won't you?
Okay, yeah, you're right. You right, fam. Everybody ready?
Yep.
All right, you can go ahead and send it in. Nice. Okay.
Did mine not go through?
No, yours didn't. No, shit. It's all right. We can write it down also.
Oh, there it is. Jesus.
2 of them went in.
Is it the second one or the first one?
I don't know.
This is like a full 100,000 difference between them. Or like
Yeah,
200,000
the
difference?
second one.
There's 190,000 difference between them.
Yeah, it's the second one. Okay. All right. So I bet 17,455. I try to get like nice and specific because I think those are more fun. Scott bet 50,000, which is a good high end bet. Tony bet 4,096. Appreciate the specificity, Tony.
Yeah.
4
gigabytes of people.
Nobshin bet 21,687. Again, appreciate the specificity. And Tyler bet 69,000. Nice. Tyler, I think by default you're going to be on Scott and my's team. It's Scott and I betting against Tony and Nobshin. Scott and I make up the members of Team Flaught, and Tony and Nobshin make up the members of Team BBC.
Oh, that's weird. I thought you were like Team Thought.
No, that's actually a better one, and we should have done that one, but
Yeah, I thought so too.
we are 6 points behind. So we are currently losing. So this is a good one. This could be literally anyone's. Tony could have it in the bag, or Tyler could have it in the bag. Could go either way. Last week's bet. I'm really excited about this. Patapon Remastered releases on the PlayStation 4 next week. What will be the percentage for the trophy Fever Pitch, which is awarded for remaining in fever status for 1 minute? Do we have this information, Nabashin?
Yes, it is.
Do you want me to tell you all the bets first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I bet 12.3%, Scott bet 99%, Tony bet 86.2%, Nabashin bet 54%, and Griffin, who's on Team BBC, bet 32%.
The grant is 56.2%.
Let's go into Nabashin. See, we're at 54. Damn, 2 off. That's depressingly impressive.
You know what also is depressingly impressive?
What? How much we're losing by?
How many people can't hit that FIFA? I've played that game. It's real easy.
It's hold it for like what, 1 minute?
It's real easy.
Listen, man.
Like a lot of
Maybe for you.
people fired. Like, they did not know what that was.
Yeah, it's true. So that brings up our team totals. Team BBC is still on top with 36 points.
Oh, fuck.
There it is. I was waiting for it. And you know what? Team Flaught still trekking along with 29 points. Woo! There's like team calls as well. Tyler, it's a whole thing. Don't worry
It's a
about
hell of
it.
a call.
Yeah. That's it for bets, and that's it for the show. It's Nabashin, since you won the bet, you've been awarded Danny Juarez's beautiful love and affection until next week when it's up for contention again. But that also means you are welcome to, at this point in time, say anything that you need to get off your chest, you need to reiterate, you need to disagree with. No one will interrupt you. This is your time to shine, my boy. Take your time.
Steam Bears, not Berenstein. In my past.
I agree with you.
I'm pretty sure. Steam Bears, not Berenstein.
I don't know.
Okay, can I just say one thing about this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's up to Nobshin.
I don't
This is
remember,
his final word.
I understand, but like I am that one person that doesn't remember it being the E.
So you're.
I remember the A, or more accurately, I remember how it was pronounced, and it was never pronounced Stein.
Yeah.
That means you're in dimension cross, and that's all in your dimension.
You're from the other dimension. You're from the negative zone.
It would make sense. That or Nobshin's from the other
win.
dimension, because right now he sounds robotic to me.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit, Nobshin. Google
Ah.
Hangouts has disagreed with you.
I don't know why.
It's
Yep,
all right. Sorry. It'll be in the audio version, and it'll be like a little surprise for us. That's it for the show. Let's end it. Let's put this to rest. Tyler, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, my pleasure. It was really good fun.
Yeah, I hope you had a fun time. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for watching live. We had a nice little bump in chat throughout the show, which was fun. And thank you everyone out there for hanging out and supporting the show, for supporting input. A lot of people saying wonderful, kind things about the new show, which I'm very excited about. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for our opening music of Two Player Co-op and our closing music of The World Is Saved. Shout out to him. He had some good AMV pulls from this last week as well.
And sometimes Chance the Rapper for our closing music.
Sometimes Chance the Rapper, literally just once. But,
Literally just once.
shout out to Chance the Rapper just in general. He's an artist.
He's an artist. He paints.
He does.
With words.
Tyler, just make sure you keep recording through this next part.
All right.
That's all I got. Thank you again, Tyler, for joining us. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Nobshin, for joining me. As always, I love you, boys. A winky face.
Gross.
I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your games. Stay rational. We will talk to you all next week.
Titlace?
Titles. So Nobshin's been writing down some titles throughout the show at the bottom of this Google Doc here, and you can just bask in them.
All right, so we got And They're All Dads, Dream Daddy Battlegrounds, Loser Loser Chicken Boozer, the One Piece Rewatch Podcast, Jerk Off Contest, Who Doesn't Remember the Hoop God, Have Mercy, Overwatch with Cameron, Scott Guthier, Dancing Milk Night, Ketchup versus Mayonnaise, Depressingly Impressive, and All That Glitters is Gold.
Did you just editorialize that last one in there?
Yeah.
So Tyler, of these titles, which of these would you want to be the title of this episode of the podcast?
Jerk off contest.
God damn, anything but jerk off contest.
Dream Daddy Battlegrounds.
Okay, that's a good one. Nobshin, what you like?
Scott Guthier Dancing Milk Night.
I do like that one. Tony?
All That Glitters is Gold.
God damn it. Scott?
Jerk off contest.
No,
It's a good name.
It's not. It's not a good name.
Can I change my vote?
No, Tony.
I want to vote for Jerk Off Contest.
Yeah, if we can't do jerk off contest, I feel like we should do All That Glitters is Gold.
If we can't do All That Glitters is Gold, I think we should just do jerk off contest.
No,
Yeah.
we could
see
do
we
All That
reached it
Glitters
in
is
best.
Gold, but we can't do jerk
But
off
I'm
contest.
gonna vote for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for Scott Guthier Milk Dancing All Night.
Dancing Milk Night and
Dancing. Yeah, so we can't do All That Glitters is Gold. So we should probably just do jerk off contest.
I'm good with Scott Dussier. Scott Dossier, Dancing Milk Night.
Just got Dacia. I'd rather be named after the car.
I'm good with Scott Guthier, Dancing Milk Night. Although I do really like Dream Daddy Battlegrounds. but we'll do the Scott Guthier dancing. All right, Tyler. There's something I want you to say for me. I'm gonna write it.
Right.
I'm gonna write it up top above the
Tell me
titles.
what you really, really want.
All that glitters is gold.
Weird, right? When you're ready, I'll say the title. So, when you're ready, Tyler.
All right. You're listening to the Irrational Passions podcast, episode 339.
Scott Guthier, Dancing Milk Night
With coffee.
with coffee.
Jerk off contest.
Jerk off. Fuck you. That's it. You can stop recording now. Thank you everyone for watching. Love you all. Have a good night.